Welcome back to the Podcast, everybody. On my left, we have David Rambo. On the bottom of me is Anthony, and I'm it. Now, to start off with everything, how's everybody doing?
Can't complain. It could be better, but I can't.
Okay, okay. And you, Anthony?
Not bad. Another day, another dollar, man. You know how it is.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. All right. Well,
How
I
you
guess to
doing?
start off, I am doing good, honestly. Um, just been chilling this entire weekend. Got me a fresh new pair of headphones for my Xbox, so cool, you know. Other than that, everything else has been good. I guess to start off, just to like settle things, we can talk about video games. I think that'd be a good starter.
Okay.
So when it comes to video games, what is y'all's favorite video game and why?
I'll let
Starting with
Anthony first.
You want me to start?
yeah.
All right. So my love of video games goes back a long time, but probably the biggest time for me with video games is when my drug dealing days, when you're just sitting waiting for people to come by, and you're just sitting there, you know what I mean, waiting for people so you play fucking video games. I'm a PS2 man back in the day, or PlayStation One. However, my favorite one is
Okay.
gonna be off the PlayStation Two, and it's gonna be Getting Up by Mark Echo. And it's a
Mm,
video game the whole time. If you guys want to look it up too, it's just you're going through the city and you're making hit ups, and not only just writing your name, but you're doing murals and different like pieces. It's pretty fucking dope. And the storyline's pretty good too because it's about him standing up against the government and then enacting what is that shit, martial law. The game's pretty fucking crazy. It's pretty good. They got good music. They got Mob Deep in that game too. It's pretty good.
okay. What about you, David? What is your favorite
Uh,
video game?
as for me, it's pretty much like first person. A lot of first person games. Um, but if I would, I mean, like I love COD, right? Like COD's one of my favorite games. But my favorite game of all time would probably be Final Fantasy. Like I
Mm,
love playing those games because they're so long. Um, I remember we're playing right. I just got the platinum out of one. We're playing six right now. We're gonna play 10. We got 12, 15 to go. We got a few to play, but that's nine's gonna be fun to replay.
What's up with the Final Fantasy? It had a lot of characters from different shit, right?
It's just like it's a made up medieval with magic summonings. Like you can summon a dragon and shit. And you can fucking it's but it's turn based, right? Like you
mm.
attack, attack, you attack, they attack. Strategy.
It's kind of like a sci-fi fantasy kind of game, basically.
But they've been around for a long time. So like when they made the one I haven't played that I watched my wife play was Final Fantasy 15, and it reminded me a little bit of like GTA in a way because it's an open world like every other Final Fantasy, but it's different. And like to call upon the gods on that one, dude, it's pretty epic.
Oh, no wonder
Mm,
why I like
It,
it.
yeah, it's fucking dope.
Anyways,
okay.
Xavier.
Um, my favorite video game, man, has to be Call of Duty World at War.
Mm.
I remember playing that when it was still on the PS3. So I'd play that a lot.
Isn't that the
What I like
zombies, right?
was that?
That's the one they had the first zombies in there, right?
Yeah,
No,
that was the one that,
Yeah,
okay, World at War. Yeah, my bad. Yes.
that one's good.
yeah, World at War was the first Call of Duty by Treyarch that introduced Nazi zombies to the whole game. You know, I mean, because before that, I think they made Call of Duty 4, and that one was pretty good. I know after a while they were like, well, let's make a change. Let's do a switch to it and add zombies to the game. So after you beat the campaign to that, you're just like transition into Nazi zombies. I mean, as a little kid, I remember being like 4 or 5 years old playing this game, and it scared the shit out of me. It scared the shit out of me. because I remember playing this game late at night. I want to say like 2, 3, 4 in the morning playing this game, and then just out of nowhere I get transitioned to zombies. I don't know what the hell's going on, so I just as a little kid I got scared, turned off the fucking game, and I went to sleep. That was it. But my favorite part about it was the multiplayer. That was the first Call of Duty game that introduced vehicles into the game, so you
The
could drive
tank.
around. Tanks. Yeah, that was my favorite part. Was certain big maps had tanks that you can drive. It
I
was
was
all,
I really liked the bouncing Betties in that one, dude. When you saw the legs blow off, like it was
yeah,
that was
Oh, the jump was a badass. Yeah.
yeah, that and the bayonets in the campaign, the animations for them, that's fucking awesome too.
So let me guys ask you this, right? I know you guys are COD guys. I love COD. It's probably one of my favorite other games. Like generally
Okay,
speaking, I don't like the way they have all that modernized shit like nowadays. I mean, I like the old school where they go back in time, like do different decades, like how they had the Black Ops in the '60s, and then they did that other one was a Cold War in the '80s. I like that, like the
hmm,
eras like that, because it's like stays factual to like the times and shit. When they do the
right.
futuristic fucking Black Ops 3, I think that kind of ruined that shit. It was kind of lame. Do you guys
Honestly,
like that modernized shit or is it's whatever?
no, because it's not legit. Like I'd rather go old school MW2. Let's go first. You know what I'm saying? But, like that.
yeah.
But then there were some really good games before though. Like we're talking about like COD and all that. Like you guys remember Medal of Honor?
Oh
Fuck
yeah, I remember Medal
yeah.
of Honor.
Those
That
would
was,
get like super like back in the day, and like I think it was like
mhm.
World War II.
Yeah, I remember those. I
Hell yeah.
remember also playing Halo around the time Halo 3 was a big thing. So I remember playing that a lot with my little brother and then playing with my dad. So that was pretty awesome though. Um, I guess another game would have to be Jack and Daxter. I don't know if you ever heard of that, but Jack and Daxter is like this like sci-fi sci-fi game, like the whole premise of the game from what I played is you're exterminating bugs, right? But you have different versions of the game as time went on. But the one I played, you were going around as an exterminator, just killing bugs. That's all you were doing, and that was my favorite one out of all of them, though.
What about games from
So
the '90s? Like, you guys remember like Twisted Metal? Remember that game?
yeah, that was fun. That was
Fuck
fun
yeah!
back
Even
in
though
the
it was like real low quality, it was pretty fucking cool.
I've only seen clips of it on YouTube, but I've never really played the game.
It was
But I
on
want to
PS1,
though.
dude. It was so fun.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah!
I
The
want to
Metal
play it.
was badass in that game too. Because you're playing like I think they had Papa Roach in there and shit like that too. They had some dope
Mm.
ass characters too. And they had one of the dudes was like a character was like a roach van. He had a big ass roach.
Oh, okay.
The characters were pretty fucking cool.
Hell yeah.
Think about other games from the
Never.
'90s.
What about Guitar Hero? What do you gotta think about Guitar Hero?
I have played a few Guitar Heroes. My favorite would be Guitar Hero Metallica. That
Hmm.
was to play. Um, the rest were okay.
I feel like
Yeah.
that's like Dance Dance Revolution.
Mm.
I
I
can't
mean, I
do
feel
that.
like
That's too much work.
no, I
It
can't
is though,
either.
right? Instead of using your feet, using your fingers.
No, I can't do Dance Dance Revolution, but Guitar Hero, yeah, I'll play that. I've played, I think two. I think I've played Guitar Hero 2, and that was the only game I played of it. Other than that, I remember watching my cousins and like friends and family play it growing up, and it was pretty cool watching them. But they had the guitar controller, and like another guy had a drum set controller, but I didn't have any of that. I just had the controller. You just press buttons and shit.
So
You
you
guys
said the
remember?
spirit game though. Go for it, Anthony. You're good,
You
bro.
guys like remember Crash Bandicoot?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah, that game is awesome. Like whenever you
that was
hit the
pretty.
little mask, it makes that weird noise, the little voodoo mask.
So, question: do you guys play any mobile games?
Yeah, I do. I play this
Oh, you
game called
would.
CH Farm.
What do you
See,
play?
THC Farm, like an idle game. You're just like AFK and you just let your progress go up as you go. So you're just collecting buds, upgrading your farms and shit, making more money, like all that. It's pretty cool. I played it before.
Okay.
What about you?
The only game that I'm consistent with on mobile is Summoner's War
What is that about?
battling.
Hmm. Okay.
Hmm.
What about
I'm
you,
not a
Anthony?
I'm not a mobile. I'm not really a mobile type of guy. And when it comes down to even like I told you, my wife bought me the PS5. I'm like kind of like, eh, eh.
Hmm. Y'all remember Ratchet and Clank?
Yeah.
Remember that game?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I remember playing the first one. I would play with my little brother. We would go hours and hours playing that game. And then when we got off, it was like, it was so fun. Honestly, it was so fun playing the game, especially around that time. That's when split screen was like a big thing. And I remember like the more further you go, the screen would just split and you'll have like two different people doing like two different things.
I'm gonna go a little bit old school. You guys remember?
Okay.
Well, when I say old school, it's pretty old. But you guys remember Battletoads?
Battle what?
Battletoads.
Mm-mm.
Battletoad?
Yes, it was on the Super Nintendo.
I've
Oh,
seen
Super
clips.
Nintendo.
I've
Oh, shit.
clips from a YouTuber I watch, but yeah, I know of it, but I've never played it before.
Dude, that game used to be so fun for me.
Yeah. What was your favorite part about it?
You're literally two frogs, even though it says toads, and like you fight, dude. I don't know why, but it was epic. Like you got to fight like
I mean,
UFO like type shit, like they were flying and shit, and I don't know. It was a fun game when you're like my age at like 6, and that was the shit. I was like, no way. Or Ninja Turtles back in the day on the regular Super Nintendo. That game was fun as fuck going through the sewers. I'd always get my ass kicked though.
mm,
You know what's weird about the whole thing of the fucking Ninja Turtles? Like
what was
my
that?
brother watched the movie, right? And it's like, what the fuck kind of people like flush the whole fucking turtle down the drain? I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe they're little babies or something. And then they meet that big ass rat down there, that dirty fuck, and he's like, but it looks like psychological how they say too, like the meaning of why they gave him the certain weapons.
Yeah, it's because like all four of them have like four different problems. One's impatient,
But the
the other
original
one,
Turtles were all red. Later on, as time went on, they came out with color of the four.
oh,
How I know you're
so
old
before,
school.
huh? So before they really didn't have like
They all still had the same
problems.
weapons, but
Really?
when
Back
they
in the
Oh,
went
day,
what?
back in the day, they all had the same weapon.
I believe so.
Oh shit!
I didn't know that. I mean, I knew before they wore the same bandanas and everything, or the same bands, but I never really, or
I
never
thought
knew they had the same weapon.
for a kid, I thought I was a real Ninja Turtle. All I ever wanted was pizza, dude. Like I would cry as a kid until I got what I wanted, pretty much. And then my dad was like, "Grow the fuck up," and I was like, "Okay."
That's a good dad. See, I'm the same way. I'm a Bernie Mac. You better shut your ass up.
Yeah, damn, Bernie Mac, man.
You ever
I
seen that
remember
show?
watching the Bernie Mac show. Yeah, man, I
Yeah.
remember watching that show all the time, and it took me a while to fucking finally find out that he died. I was like, wait a fucking minute. Like I just
How
watched
dare
that.
you, Xavier? You didn't know?
You just
No, I
found out
did.
it was ago.
Like,
Yeah,
damn.
found out after watching like a few seasons. Somebody told me that he died. I'm like, wait, I didn't know he fucking died. Like I thought he was still making shows and shit, but no, he died. He
He was
fucking
that good.
died.
He just was still around, huh?
Yeah, man, I was so oblivious to all that. But to be fair, around that time, I didn't really have access to the internet like that, so it took me years to find out about all this shit. You know? Oh,
That reminds me of my
but
time when I first moved into my first apartment, right? I remember me and my wife, our first apartment, we were 19. I was like, fuck it, let's just get a little bullshit apartment. It was 500 bucks. Yeah, barely had anything. I remember her mom gave us a fucking, like, 2 big old boxes of VHS tapes. And we had a VHS player and a fucking old school tube TV, like those big ass box TVs. This was like 2014, so it was like, what the fuck? Yeah. And I remember we were like, I don't care about watching TV anyways. I admit I don't like TV because I feel like TV, like commercials are like programming. Like it's kind of weird the way they do shit. You know what I mean? But we were like, oh, I want to watch the Super Bowl. So I was like, fuck yeah, I want to watch the Super Bowl. I was like, I don't even care about watching the. I don't even remember who was playing this. I didn't fucking not care less. But I was like, I demand to watch the halftime show. I think it was lame as fuck too, right? So I was like, I don't know what we're gonna do. Like, we gotta figure this out. So it was like you had to get a box to connect to the rabbit ears. Because back in the day, I remember I can just put a fucking little nail on a wire and use the wire as an antenna. You know what I mean? But you can't do that anymore.
yeah,
Took all that shit off. So we had to buy a box. So I was like, my bright idea was, I was broke. I was hanging out with my buddies. And he was telling me, hey man, I can go get you one. I can get that shit. You just show me where it's at. I was like, go to Walmart. It's this and that. All right, I got you. That motherfucker stole that shit for us. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm fucking glad he did. I watched the shit out of that fucking halftime show. I think it was lame as fuck too. I'm telling you, it was probably some.
You remember who was playing in the halftime show?
It was fucking Lady Gaga or some shit like that. It was fucking. You see, like, you know how it is with the Super Bowl, because there's always a special guest. It's always who's hot at the time in the year, and then they have a guest that comes with them. You know what I mean? That's why this last year, Lamar, it was Samuel L. Jackson was his guest, and then he had Serena Williams, and then the other lady was SZA. Those were his guests. So everyone has their guests like that. Sometimes they're artists, sometimes they're just random people.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But anyways.
But you didn't watch the game. You just watched halftime. You didn't watch the game.
That was like the last. That was like the last halftime show with Kendrick Lamar. I remember the end when he was playing the last song. He was like, "Turn the TV off, turn the TV off." I was like, exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn that fucking TV off. I don't care who fucking wins.
You're like, don't tell me fucking twice.
Don't tell me what to do around here.
Damn.
You
don't bet? Neither of you two bet? No.
No, I don't gamble or anything like that, let alone bet or anything.
I had
like you don't. Go ahead.
I took my brother to go gamble because my brother's 24 now, and he's a youngster, so he always wanted to come up here. Whenever time we come up here, we always like do family shit, or me and him will go shooting, go outdoors, we'll go shooting or whatever. But this time he's like, "Come on, let's go to the casino," and he's from LA, so casino to them is like the Sands and like fucking Palm Springs, far away. So he's like, I'm not gonna go over there for no fucking $20. I was like, all right, I'm gonna give you $20, all right? And I'm gonna tell you right now, I said, you're gonna get drunk and you're gonna have a good time. And he's like, no way. I was like, watch, you don't even have to spend the $20 on a beer. And he's like, I don't even go to the casino. I was like, watch, I will learn this with you. So we went and I was like, we gotta sit somewhere near the bar and play. So as soon as you gotta do, sit down at the bar, just put a couple bucks in, Don't spend the whole $20, player. You know what I mean? Pace yourself. You gotta get a couple wins. Right. You know what I mean? Them singles, them stripper bills. Put like $3 in that bitch and show them like, oh, it makes it look like you got a lot of money in that fucking machine. But you take your time. It's like, do the penny slots, motherfucker. This bastard, he had such a good luck. I never go to the casino. He was winning the whole fucking night. He put $5 in and he won like 20 within the first 3 minutes. And I was trying to keep telling us to bring your beer. Come on. He's like, are you guys playing? I'm like, yeah, we're playing. Man, we sat at the fucking bar and drank like 6 beers each, and then we only spent like $10. And I told him, hey man, let's go to the table. So cool, we went to the table to go fucking play. Sat down, spent $10. I lost $20 like super quick, and I was like, you know what? It's a good feeling to be at the casino and like just to fuck around and just like I'm comfortable losing $20 fuck ass dollars. You know what I mean? That's cool with me. But it was a good time. They showed my brother how to beat.
Me personally, I don't like gambling. So anyway, where do you like to go though? I mean, we're all in the same city. No, but we all live in the same city. So which one do you like to go to? Because if I have the choice, it's either GSR, which half the time I lose, or I go to Atlantis, where I have better odds. I don't like Peppermint.
The GSR
or downtown.
of fucking lame. Where near like the Sparks area, I was like the best out of that area. I like the what is that fucking shit called? The Western Village. That one's decent. It's small, fuck. It's cool because it has a nice restaurant in there, and they got. If you got a nice restaurant, I can take a piss in, and I'm pissing in marble. All right, that's bullshit to me. If I'm gonna spend $150 on a steak and go piss on some marble fucking floors, I'm down with that. Okay, but if I gotta go to a fucking, I told my brother, I was like, we're going here because it's in the area, and I said, you know, we're gonna go anywhere else. What do you want to do? And I was like, just look out the city. He's like, oh, let's go right here, and he's pointing at the GSR. I was like, nah, there's been a lot of fucking murders and shit over there, and it's not that nice. So we ended up going to the Pepper Mill, which to me, I like the Pepper Mill. They had beer glasses on ice. That was probably the deal. Like I said, yeah. And they have a nice Italian restaurant there. I want to probably go to that Italian restaurant. I know the Lantis is cool, but it's kind of in the ghetto too. You gotta be careful that motherfucker.
Yeah. I've never really been in any of the casinos, if I'm gonna be honest with you.
If you want a casino experience, I was telling my brother, you got to go downtown to the Silver Legacy, where the Silver Legacy.
Nah.
I'm talking about inside. If you want to be a tourist, not to play games, but you just want to go see like the inside shit, it's a cool walkway, you know, just go walk through it. But if you want to go to a nice place to go like gamble and see like nice shit and like nice machines, Pepper Mill, the Atlantis are probably the top two in the whole town.
Okay. I don't know. I think the closest to gambling I've ever been to was when I would open the mystery box in Call of Duty Zombies. That's the closest I've ever been to gambling.
Good for you. Don't lose your money.
Doesn't count.
I
know it doesn't count, but still, you know.
You gotta go one day. I'm telling you, Xavier. The way I told my brother, I told him like this: look, I'm gonna give you $20. If you don't fucking drink more than $20 with the beer, you're wasting your money. I just told him like that. Just prepare to lose $20, but make sure you drink $20 with fucking beer or something. You know what I mean? If you're willing to do that, then that's cool. It's a good time.
Right. I mean, do I bring somebody with me, or I just go by myself? Like, what would be a better experience?
I'm gonna show you the casino way. All right, Mr. Texan. I'm telling you, it's always the out of towners. They don't know what's up with the casinos. I'm gonna show them what's the deal.
I mean, I don't. It's because you don't really see a lot of gambling in Texas. You know, you go the closest place you can go to gamble is in Oklahoma. That's it. You know, but
don't they got Texas Hold'em?
Huh?
Don't they got Texas Hold'em?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, bad representation of Texas, huh? Boo this man!
No. I know a lot of spots, but no, that's not one of them, man. To be honest with you.
If you were to be at the casino, let me know. Are you like a person that want to go on a machine? Are you a person that wants to go to a table and like play cards or do roulette? Like my brother was like, I want to do roulette.
Or do you want to be the guy that plays $100 on one team?
Oh fuck no.
Oh come. Why not?
Man, I don't care if I'm feeling like the luckiest man alive. I'm not gonna be that dumb enough to bet $100 on one game. You know.
It was actually pretty nice to sit there and see them fucking when my brother, he was like, oh, this is cool. And he was like seeing like the screens for like all the basketball and the football. And they had the whole section just for the pony races. And I was like, yeah, he wanted a cigarette, a flajo. So he's like, oh, let me sit down. Let me go smoke this cigarette real quick. And we sat on the bench and started smoking. As soon as we started sit down and smoking, the lady comes, you can't be smoking in this area. I was like, you see, you rookie? It's casino. I don't fucking care. I had to be taught how to like gamble like at the table. Cause see, like my grandpa, he was a card dealer, a blackjack dealer for the Harris Casino a long time ago, for like over 30 years. So when I was a kid and I was like 8, 9 years old, he would show me decks of like fixed decks. So it was like a deck of cards that he put in a certain order, like put certain cards in and took certain cards out. So when you're playing with someone and you're dealing with it, you can be the dealer or you can be the person that's playing, you know, against the dealer.
Okay.
It's gonna be in a streak where you always win or you always lose. Like for like 6 hands in a row, you win, or you lose for 6 hands. It's just the way like mathematically the number of certain cards that are in there. You know what I mean? So I like playing blackjack, but when I was a kid, I didn't know like how like go to a fucking table and say, let me stay, scratch, or let me I'm folded, you know, throw the cards up. I didn't know none of that shit. The lady was telling me because in the end she's like, What did she fucking say? See, I don't even know what the hell she said. I think she said the word for no push. That means that we're good. We all got the same shit. And I thought I lost. I was like,
Okay.
yeah, fuck yeah, I got her. She's like, no, you didn't lose. I'm like, man. But I was playing with the black dude. This black dude was cool because you can tell he was spending a lot of money. He had like $100 chips. He's like doing $100 hands and shit. And I told him, hey man, it's a cool me and my brother play with you. Yeah, man, I'm gonna put 2,000 out here. I was like, I can't afford no fucking $2,000. I'm gonna put me some fucking $20 on this shit, and you can win my money if you want, whatever. All right, cool. And he was being cool because like we didn't know shit. But sometimes you go to a casino
Right.
and you want to play at a card table. There's a lot of crazy assholes that don't like some newbie coming up and like, who the fuck is this guy? Don't know how to fucking call when he's fucking folded. It was a good time, man. You just gotta go. You're in the casino town, man. It's the greatest.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I just have to check it out one of these days, honestly.
You got to do it, man. You're here. You might
Yeah.
as well. At
Support
least try it
your
once.
brethren.
Just
Support your brothers.
don't get addicted.
Don't overthink it.
Don't get an addiction.
Oh, yeah.
Just
Yeah.
go into
No,
a
I've,
casino knowing what you're gonna spend. You know what I mean? Like I know I'm gonna go in a casino. I'm not gonna spend more than fucking $20 at a table.
Well, no, hold on. Let's pause right there, Anthony. All right, this is what we're gonna do. This is coming out of your pocket. $100, you're gonna place money on a game. $100, you're gonna do it Anthony's way. One of the two ways will happen.
I don't know, man. I mean, I might as well just bet $20. You know, that's the lowest I'll go. $20. I mean, if I get more money, then cool. I'll just throw in another $20. If I
On a
lose money,
How they get
on
you,
a,
see?
see, yeah. See, on a parlay, I'm telling you, I've hit this before. I've hit a 5-teamer on $20 where it's $20 I lay down. I chose 5 teams, payout $7.85. Like there comes an addiction that comes with it. Because when you do
yeah, I
win,
don't.
you're like,
Right.
wow. But when you don't win, it's ow.
Hmm. Nah, see, that's what I'm not trying to risk any of that. I'm good. I'm good. I'll go. Don't get me wrong. I'll go just to experience it. But like I said, I'm bringing only $20 with me, and that's it.
I'm good. I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna be there that long, but I might be there the whole night. I'm not gonna spend 20, but I might spend 40.
Mm.
You never know how the night goes when you go in a casino.
I'd probably
Yeah.
just sit back and watch, drink a couple beers, and just hang
I'm telling you,
out.
just go in there for the free beers, the comp beers. Go in there
Mm.
and just have a plan. You know what I mean? And then go get you a fat ass sandwich and go home.
Right.
That's one. Yeah. I miss the Nugget, dude. Downtown, like the awful. Like I miss having that.
Yeah. Baldini's got it again.
It's not the same.
It's not really, huh? It's not.
Mm.
They're forcing it.
The only other place I can think of that still has like the original version would be the Nugget in Carson.
Oh, way out there, like the first one you come in town, coming through 95. That was a good
Like
one.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What so what makes each casino like better than the other?
Well, let's put it like this. If you want, and Anthony, correct me if I'm wrong. If you want a nice experience, you would go to Atlantis. Your car might get broken into, but it's nice inside. But then you could go downtown or Peppermill, same thing, nice inside. Car might get broken into. But then you go downtown and it's just complete ghetto, like it's fuck.
You
Nothing but
might get
homeless,
in
worthless
the
people.
fucking parking structure when you're parking your shit. You might fucking get robbed when you're inside the motherfucker too. A lot of that shit going on.
You go to the Nugget, it's boring. It's a lot of old people, and that's GSR is. I mean, if you don't feel like gambling, I guess you go upstairs to the arcade, play bowling, whatever you want to do. But even then, it's probably not worth it.
Hmm. Why is there something wrong with DSR? Like, is it boring or? Because I've heard different things. Like, there's few
I only
places
go
you
there.
can reset.
I only go there to gamble.
Oh,
As you know, I like to I don't know if you guys know this, but me and my wife love buffets. But that's one buffet we won't eat at because numerous people have said they found hair in their food. So
Uh,
that's it's
The
yeah.
food is not on point. No, there's a reason why. Was that one fucking famous guy took his steakhouse out of there? And the thing is with casinos, exit is the floor plan is deceiving. You know what I mean? It looks like, but then it's like a third of the section is actually filled up, and the rest is bullshit.
Well, that's why I
Right.
like
A lot
the
of it's like
buffet.
that.
Atlanta's buffet, you see a lot of it. Like it's open. You get to see them cut shit, cook shit. I feel good. I know I'm getting a decent, not great value, healthy at all, probably day old meat, whatever. But it looks better than GSR.
mm,
Yeah, it's not bad. It's decent. If you want to go, like I said, if you're at the end of your day, you had a long day. It's like, let me go get me a nice steak. It's decent steak. I'm gonna get me a couple free beers and pay $20, whatever. And I'm finish my night off and fucking relax. That's why I like the casinos around here because a lot of people do that. But a lot of motherfuckers leave casinos drunk as shit. That's after like
mm,
fucking like 7 o'clock at night, you see people driving all drunk out of the casinos.
yeah. No, I can see that. What, in y'all's opinion, what would be like the what would be the casino that has like the best food, or is there any casinos that have like good food?
Really quick, I'm going to tell you two, actually. I'll tell you the thing that you just asked, but I'm going to tell you one more thing. Don't go to the Nugget. The reason why I said don't go to the Nugget is before I moved, and when I'm talking about the Nugget, that's in Sparks. I mean, go if you feel like it, but plenty of times have I heard shootings, papers in the article, there's stabbings in their parking lot. So that's probably one. But the best food, in my opinion, Anthony might disagree, but I would say Atlantis has the once again, top rated food. I mean,
They're not
What would
bad. They're not bad, honestly. But every casino kind of has their one gem restaurant, like their high class one.
yeah? I mean, what is y'all's favorite restaurant in casinos?
Atlantis buffet.
The buffet?
The buffet is probably the best. I like going to that Mexican restaurant that's inside the Western Village. That one's pretty good. They got
Okay.
good lobster and steak. Not no bullshit size ones because you go to like I went to a fucking Italian restaurant downtown and got me a nice lobster dinner. That was a little ass lobster. You took it out the shell and everything. I was like, man, you fucking cheap fucks.
We mean like how small? Is it like this small or
Yeah, it
like
was
that
small.
small?
Like that
This small?
was about this small, but
Uh-huh.
then the one I got at the other restaurant was about this big, and it came with a steak. And it was cheaper than the
Damn.
fucking one with the small ass fucking lobster. So I don't know, man. People are fucking stupid.
I've never had lobsters. I don't know. I mean, is it any good?
Are you afraid?
Am I afraid of lobsters? No.
Like
The
the
I've just
giant
lobster
never had one.
is it's the cockroaches of the sea.
No, I mean I've heard that. I've heard lobsters are cockroaches of the sea, but
lobster.
no,
Um,
I'm not scared to eat a lobster. I've just never
Why?
had it. I mean,
I've
what is it?
also had octopus,
Ugh.
like the whole octopus. The only thing
Alive?
missing was the only
Ugh.
thing missing was the
Ugh.
skull and the beak. I've had a whole octopus, dude.
Hmm.
Having it. That's like what's the
I'm,
fuck that eat that? I think it's called calamari, but it's eel.
n-
That is disgusting. Who the fuck
so
wants
if
to?
you okay, so you guys are in the same city once again. So if you go to EG's 4 on 7th and McCarran, they actually give you a miniature octopus and you cook it to to what you think you want to cook it to. I probably medium rare that shit and ate it.
Is it still kicking or some shit? Just like
Oh yeah, you see that thing dance across the thing with no skull on it.
this guy. He likes to go there to murder sea creatures.
Who just
It's
watches it?
delicious though. It tastes good. Hey, cow tongue, like
He's
cow
gonna
tongue.
kill the sea creatures. That's delicious.
It's good. It's good.
Oh, bastards!
Don't knock it until you try it.
Yeah.
In the water.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna
that's
lie to
true.
you though, because it's weird, right? When you see it dance, like, and when you eat a leg of, like, the leg like sticks to your tongue in a way, and like you gotta bite it off and shit. It's rubbery as fuck, but tastes good.
No, can't fuck with that.
I mean, what would you compare the taste to? Or does it have like a distinct taste to it?
Very distinct taste.
Uh,
See, I like bitter taste shit. So it was very chewy. It was rubbery texture, but it was a little bitter. But I like bitter.
I, I, I wouldn't say I like
Like
bitter.
when we all three work together, right? Like everyone has their thing in the morning. Mine was just black coffee. Like I like the bitter shit better than I do. I mean, don't get me wrong. If someone was like, "Here's an energy drink," or if I decided to buy one that morning, then I would. But for majority of the time, black coffee, man, like just bitter. I just
Just like straight black coffee, like no sugar, just straight black coffee.
no sugar, man.
Coffee.
You can't have
You like
sugar coffee.
straight? You're lying.
What?
You're buying that shit fucking black and then going straight to your car with your packets of fucking 30 packets of sugar.
You could ask my wife. No sugar, man. If you're gonna have, she does. Don't get me wrong. She'll add creamer and sugar. I won't
You
have
ever seen
either.
that movie? There's a show where the dude's like goes and gets a coffee and he goes to his car and he's like sitting there putting hell shit in his thing. And the
No.
lady goes up next to him and she's like, "Why do you do that?" Because I don't want no one. I'm not a man. It's like a fucking man gets his fucking coffee straight up black.
Okay.
Honestly,
No,
that's the best
to
way.
me,
Honestly, the
to
best way.
me, to me, it all
Cowboys.
depends on who's making the fucking coffee, you know? Because back in my last job, everybody was making coffee. Like every morning, there was someone different making a coffee. But
Before
it
you
all
got on,
depends on, huh?
before you got on the skid loader.
Before I got on the skid loader, yeah,
Tell us
people
what
would make
happened.
coffee every morning. What do you mean,
And
Tom?
here we go. It took us a whole 2 episodes to actually get to our segment of Xavier. We're gonna call
Oh,
it that time on the skid loader. So episode 2, first
okay.
story.
So, okay, I'll give you a story. So one time on the skid loader, I remember I was loading up panels for gates, right? For like fences. So you have two different pieces. You have your panels, and then you have your fence. You have your gate, right? So when you give them two separate things, they'll just like weld it on or tie it off together, depending on whatever the hell they want to do with it. But I remember I was finished loading some panels and I finished loading some gates along with some some pipes. It was like 2 and 3/8 and 3 and 7/8 inch pipes. And they were like heavy motherfuckers. They're like 20, 25 feet, like each fucking stick, you know? So they got some fucking weight to them. So I had to load up fucking like 20 of them along with about like a good fucking 12, 20 panels and gates. Uh, when I went to go park the skid loader, I hopped off, and when I hopped off, the fucking my shoelace, no, not my shoelace, my fault. The heel to my boot, I got caught on the metal, and I damn near fucking fell and like busted my head open on the fucking bucket, you know. But good thing I didn't. I mean, the only thing that hurt was my leg. That was the only thing that was wrong. But other than that, I was fine.
And another day for the skid loader.
Yeah. Until next time with that one time on the skid loader. But no, man. Fucking so in my last job, everybody was making coffee. I don't know who would make coffee most of the time, but it came out pretty good. But I would drink. Everybody would drink it like straight. Everybody would drink it straight black, and I would too. Don't get me wrong, I would. And one time I was like, let me put a little bit of sugar in it. So I did. I put a little bit of sugar in it. I was like, yeah, I can get behind this. So I just drink like black coffee with sugar. And that was it. Call it a day, And then throughout the whole day, I'm just drinking water because it's hot as fuck. It is, especially in this little tiny ass fucking warehouse where there's no AC, there's nothing. And to make matters worse is you got to deal with that Texas heat. And I think a lot of the Texans that watch this, they fucking know about the Texas heat. It's
Oh,
heavy.
dude, just wait until the summer. You're in a concrete building, bro. You're about to
Uh,
bake. Don't worry.
Damn, you don't even
I,
know.
I
The,
felt how hot it
the
is.
pizza up.
I felt how hot it can get over here. It does not compare to Texas
A
heat.
good solid
No,
fist fight.
It does not compare.
dude. I'm telling you, wait until you're in that building. It's pure concrete. Wait until that shit's in fucking 103 outside. It's gonna feel like 120 in that warehouse. Everyone's gonna be all pissy, all fucking mad. Anthony's gonna throw his knife at you. You know, who knows?
He's gonna
I'm
throw
gonna
a
take you like
tomahawk
ass
at
and go
me.
fucking wash your ass.
No,
Yeah, I'm gonna be like that fucking
no,
movie.
but
Pray, fucking tomahawk you.
I don't know, man. I mean, I guess we'll just wait till we. I'll just wait and see until we get there, you know. But
Okay.
until then, I'm just trying to enjoy the weather as much as I could until, the it goes through the roof. But yeah, no, Texas heat. When it gets hot in Texas, depending on where you're at, it can get pretty bad, especially if you're in the south, like near the borders and shit. It gets pretty fucking hot. I mean, it's like the hottest I've ever seen it was like 115. That was it, and I
Really?
thought, yeah.
He gets so
And
hot. Nevada
well,
gets like
I've never seen it get to like 115, 110 over here. So I don't know.
Really? Oh, wait until the summer, dude. We ain't have much snow. Get ready to be.
uh-huh.
Hmm.
Sometimes too, with the heavier the summer or the heavier the snow is, the fucking harder the summer is. It depends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way it is out here. There's some parts of
I mean,
Nevada. He told me one time that he drove. My grandpa used to work for NV Energy for years and years and years, and he would go out and build the substation. So he go out there, help them build the foundation and all that, put the components, like the components that fucking people need for their substation to fucking feed their power to the next town and shit and everything, right? So he told me that
right.
he went out to like towards Ely, and he said that he just bought a brand new truck, and it was a '70s. He said he bought himself a '72 C10, brand new. Fucking, he told me that he had it for a couple months. He drove out there and it was so hot, it made the wiring underneath his truck melt and come apart, and it was bare. Like, yeah, it was
Let
pretty
me.
bad.
Let me. I want to say this though. I lived out in Ely probably around like 7 years of being with my wife alone. Like we lived out there, and honestly, I lived out there before we met, and Ely is no joke. There's nothing out there. The next closest city is 5 miles out, and that's Ruth. It's a small mining town, smaller than Ely. Outside of that is McGill. McGill has nothing.
How the hell did you end up in Ely though? Like, you just said I'm gonna be in Nevada and there. That's where I'm gonna go.
No, well, so my sister, well, my mom will hate me, but she's technically still my sister, but she lives out there. And when I was after I quit boxing, like I don't know, 17, went out to Ely, decided to work off for work cutting wood, so pallets of or quarts of wood, which was 4 feet by 4 feet by 8 feet, and I would work off until I bought the truck that I wanted. I said okay. I moved out there, hated it, got an addiction to be honest with everybody, but to pills. And then I eventually moved and got off everything and um, met my wife. And her and I moved out there because there was shit that happened here where we just moved. And she worked out the hospital, but once again, hated being out there. There's nothing fucking out there. Fuck that place. They could all burn in hell, and I am going to be there with them anyway, so it doesn't matter. But
Right.
I'm glad I'm back here, and everything's been well. We moved here, and we moved away again. We moved to, well, not far away, but to Carson, and then now we're back. Reno, just I don't know how far away we get from this fucking shithole. We come back.
Mm. Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's how it is with Texas as well. There's some parts of Texas where it's like as much as you bitch and complain and you move so far away from it that some fucking how, some way or another, you end up finding yourself go back. You know, I'm the same way, especially when it comes to Laredo, Texas. Fucking hate that place, man. Like, if I had the option to, I would nuke that fucking town out of existence.
The one beauty Ely had, honestly, that I could say, and is that if you like to go herping looking for reptiles, Ely is a really good spot because of the lack of people and how much like the landscape actually takes over. Like,
Mm.
other than that, dude, it's a shithole. Fuck that place. Never going back. I don't give a flying fuck. I'd rather go 4th Street Hope Center fucking I no, never going back there. Ever.
Would you rather go to that hillbilly town you were telling us last episode? Would you rather go there than Huey?
Why, Belmont?
Yeah.
No, no, so you don't understand. Belmont is a city that was once a small, thriving city. No one lives there now. It's all nobody. The houses still remain. Nobody lives there. Once again, it's a very if you want to get into paranormal shit and see shit, that is a good spot. Like, also, well, that's further out though. So if you're willing to go, I'll go with you one of these days. It's all the way past like Austin, Nevada, which is like the midpoint. It's past that. It's between Austin and Eureka, and it's a small dirt
Okay.
road, dude. It's not even paved. It's a dirt road that takes you out there. But closer would be they say Virginia City, but
Right.
I've never really saw much about VC. So I mean, they did the Ghost Adventures like episode there, but once again, dude, Belmont. If you really want to see some paranormal activities, hear shit like from the caves of the mining people that have died that were slaves, like yeah, that is a they that nobody lives there, not a soul,
Damn. Like
and once
nobody at
nobody.
all.
So you don't know what's up with all the Virginia City and all that shit?
I know what's up with VC, but I haven't like I had Belmont experienced it. You know, you see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna say that VC doesn't exist. I'm not gonna say that the entities there don't exist, but I can't. I haven't felt it. I haven't seen it. Like Belmont, like there was pictures that we looked back at and we saw like in the shadow, like of the sunlight coming in and everything, like you could see in the shadow like a demon face. Like that place still gives me the fucking chills, man. Like VC, I've been there, dude. I've done deliveries there. I've never had any bad experience. It's just a
Oh,
small fucking dirt hill fucking city little town shit.
And full of fucking racists and weirdos.
racist weirdo.
No, you didn't see that thing that they had in Reno over there? That lady, some dude was like fucking yelling at the lady and shit.
The black dude and who's like, you were hung here. Yeah, that was fucked up.
What the fuck?
They went and they fucking charged that dude with the hate crime and shit. The city of
Sure.
Reno was
Wait,
not playing.
what happened though? Like,
There was
what
a
happened?
white guy during August nights, and he told the black guy, he's like, you don't. He said some shit to him, and eventually told him that this is where he should be hung, like back in the day or some kind of shit. And like,
Oh,
I'm
fuck.
glad they did
Fucked
something
up about
about
it
it.
is too, like how many people were standing around and not standing up for the dude. It's like this
That's
dude's
fucked up.
openly racist
That's
to you.
totally fucked up.
That just goes to show you what's the atmosphere around if someone was to go and get mistreated like that, and like who's gonna stand up
That's
for
why I
you?
don't go to BC, man. Like, there's nothing. Honestly, like a lot of people say shit about it, but like, if
But
you want,
it's not
go to towns in Nevada that are no longer populated with zero population, and
that's
don't
the
go off some guy being like, "I'll give you a tour there." No, go there yourself. You have access to go there. Go there and do it yourself, and you will have the experience that is meant for you or that you thought of.
Okay. Yeah, I
so.
have to do that, but I have to carry a gun with me. But
So
I don't
you,
know.
you would go to a haunted fucking place like hours away, but you won't go to a casino.
Me?
Right? It's all right down the
I'll,
street.
I mean, I'll go to a casino. I have no problem doing that. But yeah, Honestly, yeah, I would.
Pretty much, yeah. Okay.
I pretty much would. I'd rather go to the most haunted fucking place in the world than to go to a casino.
So they do say though from Ghost Adventures that VC is like part. I don't know if you heard about this, Anthony, but you probably, or maybe actually maybe you heard about it. But if you watch their episode, they actually talk about like it, or it's not that it's either there or the Clown Hotel in Nevada, where it's like part of the triangle where it's supposed to intercept the most like spirits, I guess. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like a what is the word for it? It's like a fucking battery for I guess like a battery for paranormal activity.
It's something with about the triangle of paranormal activity that has to do with either those two spots and then of course two other spots. But there's like more paranormal activity in those spots than anywhere else. And like every place has kind of their own. Like Europe has one, we have one.
Huh. Where would be the where would the catacombs be then? You know which ones I'm talking about? Where if you go into the catacombs, there's like walls and walls of like bones and skulls and shit from when
I
they had
honestly
like a plague.
no. And I honestly thought Anthony was typing in the background trying to find the shit.
Hold on. I got you. I got you. Hold on. Catacombs.
What is the triangle? There's a triangle.
Where?
Oh. Okay. Yeah. So the place I'm talking about is in Rome. It's called the Capuchin Crypt in Rome.
Look up paranormal triangle points or something in that matter. Like
Yeah.
there is something they say in that episode where like there's a perfect almost like not me I don't know perfect in a way like triangle where like there's more activity from those 3 points because they're gateways.
Right.
I do believe that type of shit.
Like
Like,
the Bridgewater. Are you talking about the Bridgewater Triangle?
I might be. I'm not 100%. I've seen quite a bit of them with my wife. Like once again, I've seen the bricks fly at the guy, and like even people that watch videos that know how to fake it, like he made the Reno news. Like it, there was no one that could prove that the bricks were fake or spun into a way where it looked like they were performed to throw at him. Like he actually had a brick throw at him. Like that's kind of weird, and they couldn't show any evidence of the video being tampered. Tells me that VC probably does have some haunted, like fucked up, like racist fucking people that have killed people and their spirits still linger there. Once again, this is probably why I don't go to VC. Belmont, on the other hand, is pretty much the same way, but way worse. So your decision.
Oh, it says there's a triangle called the Nevada Triangle, where the region between Reno, Las Vegas, and Fresno is known for numerous aircraft crashes and disappearances, sparking paranormal theories and comparisons to the Bermuda Triangle. Is that the one you're talking about?
I guess I don't. I mean, they bring it up in the episode. I can't say it verbatim, but yeah, sure.
Okay.
I believe so.
Okay. But you don't know if they were making that up. You're saying there's theories that they were making it up?
No. People have tried to look at the evidence of the video and see if it was the video was tampered with, if it was special effects, and they couldn't come up with it.
a brick?
Right.
Dude, a literal brick. Look up Ghost Adventures brick flying. Like it should pop up on YouTube. You should be able to watch it while you're on here, and you'll see that shit fucking move, dude. Like maybe it is a real thing, but no one can prove it wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like
I think sometimes that's just fake. It gets faked and shit. But then those people like that get involved with that are they look for the wrong shit and they don't have good intentions and a lot of bad spirits come and fuck with them. You guys want to hear a crazy story, right? Remember the this involved paranormal shit too, right? What's that show you were talking about where they were talking about fucking Virginia City? Paranormal Ghost Adventures. There was a couple that went with them too on that show, and that's what I was looking up right now too. Mark and Debbie Constantino. And the reason why I bring that up too is because the story, if you guys don't know the story about those two people, right? The the husband ended up murdering his wife in town in Reno, and they were on that show, and they were involved in like paranormal hunting and all that shit. But I feel like they were like possessed or something with some weird shit. Maybe they had bad intentions before then or something. But the story that connects me to that shit, right, is my wife knows this lady, this girl that she has been friends with for a long time, right? So she lived in the apartment complex where that happened, and it was like the next apartment complex right next to it. It was right here in Reno in Sparks. But one day, yeah, my side of it. One day I was buying a pistol for some dude, and he was telling me, "Hey, yeah, man." He was telling me, "Oh yeah, like we're talking about the laws and everything. Oh, it's great that the laws at the time, was cash and carry. Let me see your ID. You got CCW. Okay, we're cool. Like here's the cash. If you're not write down your license number, then give me a bill of sale. That's cool." So I was buying the pistol from him and this and that, and he's like, "Yeah, man, good. Thanks for coming. Thanks for signing that." And I was like, "Yeah, it's cool. I'm gonna, make sure I do everything we need to do." So he tells me, "Yeah, man, weird. One time I sold a pistol to this dude, and he was telling me about that guy. He sold the pistol to the guy that killed the wife from the paranormal hunters." And I was like, "What? What are you talking about?" He's like, "Yeah, the FBI came and talked to me." I was like, "What?" She was like, "Yeah, you was talking to me about, oh, you sold the pistol to them. Yeah, this and that. He had a CCW." But he was telling me at the time that he didn't know that he just got out of jail from a domestic violence case. And when you have a domestic violence case, you're not supposed to buy pistols. But he still had his card saying that he's legally able to, conceal carry. So he went and bought the pistol for him, and shortly after he went and committed the murder. But the whole crazy shit about it is my wife's friend that lived in that apartment complex told her the whole story, because she said, "Yeah, I knew the lady." I gotta ask my wife. I don't know the facts exactly for certain because it's been a while, but I know she was telling me that she knew the girl that lived there at that apartment complex, and she said that the daughter of the couple was telling the husband, "Oh yeah, fuck my mom, this and that. You should leave her." And before she was telling him to beat up the mom and divorce her. So she split, was living at that apartment complex with her friend, and was staying in that apartment complex with the friend. So she was saying that they had an incident, whatever. He went to jail, came over to that place, and shot up the place and killed her and the friend, and got her to shoot out with the cops. So yeah, it's crazy to hear all that shit, right? But what's even crazy with all that shit too? That's why I believe, like, with the spirits and all that shit, because her family, like her my wife's friend, right? Her family's involved in weird shit like that, right? That's one of her friends that got involved with some weird, crazy murder shit. Remember when you heard in town they were talking about? I think it was like 2007 when they shot and tried to kill the judge in town. You guys, do you
Yeah.
remember?
Oh, yeah. I think I talked about that last time we went live. Like
Did
that was
we?
here in Reno.
Yeah. Uh huh.
Yeah.
She was the one that knew that dude. Her family knew that guy and was involved in a business that her family owned, which was the jewelry palace, I think, downtown in Reno here. They owned it somehow together, this and that. And that's how he knew a lot about guns and all this and that. But I don't know what's up with that lady, because a lot of weird shit goes around with that lady. A lot of weird shit. It's crazy to think that like it's all interconnected because Reno's so small. Like I met the dude that sold the pistol to him, and then my wife's friend knew the real story behind the murders and all that shit. And not only that, like this fucking lady knows about other murders and shit. It's crazy. But it just goes to show you. I don't know what it is about some people in Reno, man, that I feel like they have this weird bad vibe. Like some people just got this fucking negative shit coming around them a lot.
Probably because of all that gambling.
Maybe shit. Who knows? Probably fucking owe money to some motherfucker. Huh?
So I actually got a story that happened to me when I lived in Italy before I met my wife. And this is when I'm working off to pay the debt off for the truck. And she knows it. It's a little dark for me, but and I say that lightly when I say it's a little dark for me. But there was this guy. His name was Gary Backus. He served in World War II, and he was a lawyer for the state, and he lived also right across from the Nevada's state um, penitentiary prison, and it was out there. That's the maximum prison. So if anyone escaped, of course it wouldn't be great, but whatever. He lived right there next to it, pretty much, and he was the closest house. That's why I said he lived right next to it. And Gary owned a ranch, and I worked on his ranch for about, I want to say about 10 months. Um, he finds out that I am a Satanist, and he's like, so I serve this country. He gives me this whole lecture. He's like, I'm also a Satanist. I'm like, okay. And he's like, I want you to come and hang out with me at midnight with me. And I said, okay. I told you last time that I knew Gary Backus. He took me out on the Highway 50. We talked about the
Could
people running
believe it.
naked out there.
Yeah.
So he had this tree that in his family photos, the tree has been around for so long that they all, took in photos of this tree with them standing there next to it. Well, when the tree collapsed, he carved pretty much the Ouija board into it. And when he did that was before he met me, and he said, "Do you want to do the Ouija board with me at midnight?" I said, "Yes." So he grabbed one of his livestock, which was a lamb, and he slit its throat above the wood. And the wood was carved like in a Ouija board, and the blood filled into the stump of wood. And we did the Ouija board, and honestly, for 2 weeks straight after doing that, during the Ouija board, I challenged Satan, and um, I had the worst 2 weeks of my life. Like, horrible shit happened where it shouldn't have happened. Um, it was an experience that I will never forget. It is deep and demonic, but at the same time, I challenged my place in hell, and I was on the shit end of the stick for 2 weeks. You both got quiet, like, what the fuck?
Now I knew that was gonna come up too when I started talking about there's people with weird energy in town. I don't know. It's just everyone's perspective in life. You know what I mean? But what is the point when you guys do the Ouija board? What is like for your perspective? Because for me being a Christian, I
for,
know.
for, for him, it was a way to communicate to people he knew and loved. For me, it was a way to challenge the devil.
Oh, so yeah, both had like different intentions when y'all did it.
Correct.
So let me ask
Gotcha.
you this: is it the spirits that's behind? It's like is it kind of like a portal between world, like between planes? You talking to the spirits to ask them things? Is that pretty much the deal?
I guess in a way. Um, Once again, it was a deep, dark time. It was, once again, and I say that lightly, but at the same time, it was the most living hell that I could ever have gone through. Like, it was, for it to, I'm not going to say that it was Lucifer himself, but for it to open up to me and cause me physical harm, plus just random shit tripping me falling down the stairs, me hitting all the way. I fell down to the basement. I've cut myself during that 2 weeks. I mean, I fucked myself up. I got hit by a three-wheeler. It wasn't fun. But at the same time, it taught me. mm, I guess the best thing I could say that see, once again, I'm not answering the question at the same time. Like, it does open a portal. Like, there is the other side, and I can't sit there and say I stand for the devil when I do not like God, but at the same time, I don't like when people disrespect God. I just choose the opposite way. It's just don't disrespect in a way him, and don't disrespect mine. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel you,
I
Dave.
feel like I don't. We can go more into detail. I'll tell you how I feel, but
For another time, another day. All I can say is, I wish you the best, Dave. No matter what differences
it's a
we may.
battle every day.
But you know, we all go through ups and downs. We all have our shit days.
Yeah, we all have
It
them, you
wasn't
know.
those days, the good days when good. Anyways, time for my tequila drink.
So
As
what's
I
up,
get
Mac?
into the next subject,
Yeah.
What's the next topic?
I would like to talk about how the Hell's Angels and the connection to the Bunny Ranch. What's that dude's name? I think his name's Joe Conforti, the dude that owned the Bunny Ranch, the old school one. You guys know the story about all that?
Nope.
Well, my question is, what is Bunny Ranch?
Oh, young man, gather around. You will understand why a lot of people, not only people that love Las Vegas, but certain specific type of sick fucks, love to come to Reno, and it's for the legal prostitution.
Okay.
And still to this day, there is a stretch of road in certain counties that are far and near from here, and that is actually better for all of us. Unless you want to go hang out around those places, you know what I mean? A lot of weirdo shit going on around. Yeah. But yeah.
No,
It
I'm
used to be
good.
close to here. It used to be like my grandpa, he's an old bastard, you know what I mean? So back in the day, he used to tell me about how, oh yeah, the Bunny Ranch, you get good food, you got good lunch, you know? And he talks like that because he's an old native man. So that's just the way he talks. Like I said, you talk, Xavier, you kind of talk like that, kind of speaks out, you know? But my people would say that shit, you know, like, oh, it's a good place, it's good people. I'm like, what do you mean, grandpa? He's like, oh, young ladies, you know, go over there, hang out with them. I'm like, what? So it's a prostitution. It's one of the first prostitution legal brothels in northern Nevada, in our area in Reno, was the Bunny Ranch. Ahead of his time, they claimed, a long time ago, right? One of a kind in that time. So it was a big thing back in the day. So somehow or another, which is something that would be an interesting read if anyone had, Xavier, since you're behind the camera there, why don't you look up the Bunny Ranch and Joe Conforti. No, Joe Conforti, Bunny Ranch, and the Hell's Angels. And if anyone in town ever been around McCarran and what is that, Sullivan? If on the intersection of McCarran and Sullivan, they have a Hell's Angels, big old Hell's Angels flag on the side of the building. That house used to be owned by the owner of the Bunny Ranch. Somehow or another, he was involved with some shit that happened with them, this and that. So I heard that he went under, moved his whole operation, whatever the fuck, got sued, and they ended up taking his house. So that's an actual, like, people don't know, like, that's in Hell's Angels house. People like, I seen the other day, someone was asking, like, what's up with the Hell's Angels flag on top of that? That's a Hell's Angels hangout, food. They're in town. They like to hang out. And they took the house from the owner of the Bunny Ranch. It's not that big of a house, but back in the day, like in the time that the Bunny Ranch was fucking popping, you know what I mean? That was a mini mansion back in those days.
Mm.
But there's a lot of controversy when it comes down to Joe Conforti. I think there was a boxer that got fucking murdered inside of the Bunny Ranch. I think it's part of the reason why he had to shut it down. Or maybe I'm talking about the Mustang Ranch. So I know they have some new shit now. Somewhere far and away. But yeah, I remember one time I went and drove out there because I met some dude to buy ammo, you know, back in the old school days when you can like buy ammo and gun parts for a good price online. So I was like, hey man, you know, we did arms list. Met the dude up way out there. I think it was fucking it was because if you're going to 80, you're passing USA Parkway, you keep going like Fernley, Fallon. I think I met him like a little like Fallon, I think, way the fuck out there. But it's like you pass. I went that way and I went around. So I was like, instead of coming back to 80, let's loop around and come 395. That was the wrong fucking choice to make. We went through all the little bullshit towns. We went through the fucking brothel towns. Yeah, I went with my auntie. I was like, what the fuck kind of shit is this? All the brothel towns. There was like, they look like little shitty. Like, you ever see like old school westerns and they have those like the bunch of houses, like buildings next to each other, and it's like saloon, the market, and this and that. That's how it looks. It's like three fucking shithole places next to each other, and it's the brothels. It's like, what the fuck? And there's nothing there, nothing there. Just fucking places to fucking go see broads. Never go there.
Maybe that's interesting, man.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know. I didn't know about all of that.
Shit's weird, man. It's funny too, because one of my dad's friends, dad, complains about going there. He's like, "Yeah, I went there, and the fucking lady's rushing me too much." He's like, "Yeah, because he want to get your old ass out there. 10 bastards behind you, waiting to fucking get the job done." It's disgusting, man. Don't ever go there. You get 10 types of VD.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of controversy when it comes to the whole starting of all that shit. You got to look into it.
Yeah. I have to look into it later because like I'm not really finding anything on it right now.
Yeah, I
But
think that they're saying this dude that owned. I think they're saying that dude from that owned. I think he's dead now too. I don't know. Joking 40.
no idea, man. But let's see.
Anyways,
I guess changing subjects, it's like, what do y'all know? What do y'all know about La Llorona?
we can't hear you, Dave.
Anthony, what do you think, man?
It's an old wise man's tale. Honestly, it's just something. It's a spirit that all the people that come from Mexico hear. The lady that cries about murdering her children.
Yeah,
I don't know how. I
but
heard a couple of people telling me that they heard it. Like at least 3 real Mexican ass people go down there like, I never believed in it, and then they're like, I heard that motherfucker outside the window when I was sleeping that night.
yeah, I mean, from what I have researched, there's like different fucking places that have like different versions of her. Like I want to say in Mexico City, they viewed her in a way of trying to scare their kids into like behaving. So they tell them like, oh, if you're going down by the river or by the lake by yourself at night, then you're going to hear La Llorona and she's going to be, crying out for the kids, you know? And I didn't even know that even the Aztecs had their own version of her. But they called her the Wailing Woman. Uh, and their story is that there was a woman who would always cry, but it was never for like any like it was never any reason everybody else would think, right? But their story was that she would cry for food. She was always hungry, so she would always cry for food. That was their version of her. But a lot of like one part down there in Mexico, they say that she is always seen by the rivers crying for her kids and all that because she drowned them due to a fit of rage after after a man she fell in love with told her to drown her kids because he didn't want her to have kids in their life, you know? So because of that, because the girl really loved this dude, if we ended up killing her kids, well, it's only for that to backfire on her ass. And the guy is like, no, I actually don't want to be with you. You're crazy. You're crazy. I don't want to be with
Bitch, I want to be with you.
you. Yeah,
No more.
exactly.
He fucked up. You should never have kids with the broad. In the first
Yeah,
place.
but it's it's funny though because I feel like it's a kick in the ass. Like you fucked around, now you find out. So for eternity, she's going walking around these rivers, walking around these fucking lakes, crying for her kids and shit. But it's pretty crazy how a lot of people will say that they'll even take other kids, like misbehaving kids when they're walking by the river and the lakes, because to her she thinks, oh, these are my kids. So she takes them, and then sacrifice their souls and shit. And and that's how a lot of people go disappearing in the rivers and lakes because of that. Because a lot of people say that she would get them, men and children. It was never women. I've never heard a story of like a girl being attacked. But it was always like kids and guys because to a lot of people she's like a vengeful spirit, she's an angry spirit because she has to go through that all the time.
What a discriminating ass. She
What's
can't
that?
take a couple fucking bras with her too. A discriminating ass fucking bra. She can't take a couple fucking grown women with her too. What the fuck, man?
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's like, what? you
Man, that
know,
shit.
and then, what do y'all think about that, though? Like, hearing that, what do y'all think?
We still can't hear you, Dave. You can't hear you either.
No, I can't hear you, bro.
You see your big ass smile. I don't know what you're talking about. All right, maybe I think we lost
Yeah,
it.
I guess.
To me, I think it's real. I think it's some real shit that happens, and
Right.
there are stories about people going to Mexico, and a lot of times, like in the area of certain towns, like they have that.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Fucking Verizon commercial right now.
They are. Now, who are you asking first?
Oh, I was asking Anthony.
Anthony, go first.
So I've heard stories. The story I've heard was someone that went to Mexico that they used to go every now and then, and they would go to their family's ranch. And he's like, "Oh yeah, you heard the stories and all that." And they went and they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna stay here," but they had to go to town to go get whatever the fuck. Since they live on a ranch, they gotta go travel. So they're like, "Oh, what are you gonna come with us?" No, I'm gonna stay. He's like, "Oh, we told you. You better fucking go to sleep. You're gonna hear this fucking bitch out here crying and shit." And he's like, "Yeah, we live on a ranch. You know what I mean? It's not like the best. I mean, it's a nice little house and everything." He's like, "I swear, if we were like, I went to sleep and I was trying to sleep and I heard some bitch out there crying, ah! Like wailing, like really, like wailing." He's like, "I swear, I heard her right near the window. Like she walked right upstairs and was crying." I was like, "What the fuck? Really? For real?" Like, yeah. It's like, for real, I believe in that shit, and I do believe like spirits. The more bad you do, it's like the more you hang around, or like the more like fucked up. Maybe we talked about this last time, right? Like when you're murdered,
Yeah.
spirits hang around because they're murdered, or their kids they get murdered and shit. Their spirits hang around because they don't understand that they died. I feel like
Hmm.
that's what happens like with bad things, like really bad shit. Like if you do some fucking horrible shit, it's like you don't want to, you refuse to go to hell. Like you rather fucking hang around and just be a spirit. I feel like that's some people's choices in their afterlife that they take.
Yeah. But
You don't think
what
so?
I heard?
I'm going
You know what
straight
I
down. Don't give me the opportunity to choose both.
It's fucking straight down, huh?
so what do you think, David?
It kind of reminds me of the Water Babies. It
When it comes to kids, it's the thing that has to do with kids. And I feel like, I'm not sure if you want to shed your light on this too, but kids, they have pure spirit, like they don't have, their innocence hasn't been broken, like the realization of the world hasn't hit them, all the bad things. I feel like that's why a lot of the times, like the kids, and when they fuck with them on purpose, or they just so happen to do bad things to kids, that shit's horrible, and it has a real spiritual affliction on people. That's my perspective on it.
Hmm.
that's what I'm saying. The day we decide to do this, like when you guys have Monday off and we could afford both you to do like, you know, a holiday weekend where you guys do have that Monday off once again, but like we go to Pyramid Lake and camp out there Sunday and still point our phones at each other and do this like and we there's that small little antsy chance that we might even pick up someone crying for help. I mean, maybe there is someone crying for help, but I'm just saying like no one's in danger it's 3 a.m. and maybe you're recording or something or whatever, and you hear that shit coming from the fucking lake, man. That
I think I'm gonna have to bring some security if we do that night. Then like about fucking 5 security, about 10 rifles, and we can go ham out.
Yeah, I would be the same way, honestly. Bring a fucking shotgun or something.
Not me. Shit. I'm not bringing a gun. I don't have. Yeah, no.
You're not a gun. You don't like guns.
Once again, I'm not against guns. I own I do own a gun. I own one. But
One?
Just one. It's not even my thing, dude. I don't need it.
Oh,
If you're dumb enough to break in here, you're dumb enough to get bit by a snake. You might not know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I just like guns. In my personal opinion, it's a collector's thing. It's like I got told one day, it's like, what do you want the gun for? And it's like, what do you mean? I wanted to be like, fuck, like, what, you think I don't need it? Say, no, just tell me what's the purpose you want this for. You want to go shooting in the woods? You want to go competition shooting, or you want to protect yourself? You want to protect your home, or you just want to collect some things? You know, there's a little bit for everybody. For me, I like a little bit of everything. You know, I like to collect guns. I like some for protection. I like to, get some, a certain collection of World War II shit, or Vietnam era. That's just me.
once again, I like to go shooting. That's fun, but I'm not one to just have it in my collection. Like, that's not me.
Yeah, each his own. You're a snake. Yeah, you are that. I like pistols and rifles. You like snakes, Xavier,
Yeah.
you like motorcycles, and Sunny D.
And ski lift.
Well, actually, I like cars and motorcycles, but I do like guns too. I think I'm with you when you said that you like a little bit of everything. You want to collect, you want to shoot, you also want to protect yourself. It's like you're doing three things at once that you like, and it's real worth it, I guess, in a way. Because not only you have something to like mess around with, but you also have something to have fun with and something to, keep yourself safe, no matter like wherever you're going.
Okay, so but Anthony, do you have your concealed?
Yeah, my wife, she has her concealed carry. I think it's very important, especially being in Nevada, that you should be able to protect yourself and know, like, to carry your pistol and have it a part of you. If I can have it every waking moment of my life, I would love to have that. It's not a possibility all the time. So, you got to go to work, you got to go to the fucking post office, you got to go to school, you know what I mean? But for me, I think it's important. I'd rather have it with me in case something happens. I don't want to hurt nobody. I'm not going to go fucking see an active shooter, run at him and start shooting. If I can get away and protect myself and it's on me, cool. But if I know I got to run through somewhere and I have a pistol with me and I have a couple magazines, I'm okay, you know what? I have a standing chance to protect myself. Instead of saying, huh?
Like, what do you expect is going to break down?
Who knows? You know what I mean? What if God forbid, there's a school shooting, and the cops are scared to go in there because they think that dude's got fucking a plate carrier and a rifle, and he's like, well, I got a truck gun and a pistol, and I'm gonna be damned if I'm gonna be fucking raising my kids. Not raising my kids. I'd rather be getting a couple shots at me, take this fucker out, and have my family saved. Or if I'm at the store, it's crazy too. In the Sparks area, my wife was telling me that the stores over here, they're robbing people in broad daylight. Fucking between like 2 and fucking 4 in the afternoon. Crackheads seeing people come out of the stores with their shopping carts and robbing them at gunpoint. What kind of shit is that? The time and
honestly, I haven't seen it. And honestly, I've been in Sparks quite a bit recently. I have not seen it.
To me, it's news to me because I'm a fucking working civ. I work all the time, all day. But then my wife tells me she hears the stories.
The reason why I know, to be honest with you, is I've been door dashing with my wife on her account and Ubering and Grubhubbing. So, but we've been in Sparks, but I have not seen anything at all.
It's crazy. I went one day to the Food Max on my lunch break.
If you're dumb enough to reach inside of my Lexus ES350, you're dumb enough to fucking take a screwdriver right from your chin all the way up to your brain. I will fucking shove that shit so far up there that you will have no tomorrow to live. And I will fucking eat your fucking throat. That's what's gonna happen.
Oh yeah, that's why they fucking target people like fucking little kids or fucking little dainty women and shit. They want to rob them, but they ain't gonna come after me. They're gonna get punched in the face if I have to shoot them. You know what I mean? And even then, I'm gonna tell them, look, you want me to punch you in the face a couple times? You want to pull a pistol out, shoot you? You know, it's up to you, buddy, or you can get the fuck out of here. And it was crazy. One day we went to, on lunch break. I went there to go get fucking something for lunch. I got me a bag of chips or whatever. I went in there. We went back 2 hours later. There was a robbery in front of the store.
God damn.
Somebody got fucking held at gunpoint at the store. You know, I think it's a big thing. If you're in Nevada, and not only if you don't want to use your gun and like have the concealed carry every day, just it's good to go to the class because they give you the perspective of what it means to carry a gun, which
Right.
I feel like everyone should get a little bit of that. Like I don't think it's mandatory. I feel like everyone should like, hey, we recommend watch a video, you know, about what it means to be a responsible gun owner. They don't really have that out there like that. I feel like that's good for everyone to know.
You know, I agree, but I feel like it's the people under the age of 25 that are too stupid to even care about the video that they just want to carry.
Exactly.
Yeah, they'll
Exactly.
probably just like skip the entire thing, say they did it, and then get a gun.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But each his own, you know. I feel like the gun culture that people have, especially in like pop culture, like movie cinema and like just anything, people don't show you like they grab a fucking gun, they have their hand on the trigger the whole damn time. He's like, what the fuck? No wonder why people are fucking killing each other on accident. And it's like learn proper gun etiquette and like have that a part of our culture, you know, like just regular pop culture. You know, if you have a fucking rifle and you're like this pointing at someone with your finger on the trigger, that is not a good look to fuck. Like every time I watch a movie and I see a gun on there and the dude's not like handling the weapon right, it's like what the fuck. I watched the movie the other day. The lady grabs a AR-15, she pulls a magazine out, she puts the bullet in backwards. Classic woman move, right? And I'm sorry, I might offend some people, but my wife's done that the first couple times. You know, you grab the magazine, you're like bam, and then backwards, death move. The fuck, shit. I can't stand that shit. When people have like a revolver and they shoot like 20 times, when the fuck did you reload, you stupid bastard? The best one was in the you see that shit in fucking Revenant when they had the one shot flintlocks and that was on the horse and he's like bam. I'm like, okay, that's it. Bam, bam, bam. Like, when did you reload? What the fuck? Where's the rod that went down and you put the ball on there? You had time for that shit? I don't know. It kind of
No.
bugs me. But anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like a lot of people are like more faster to reload than others, you know? But who knows? You might have just reloaded real fucking fast.
No, it was a
And,
flintlock
and
pistol. You had to
I got to
load the pistol with powder, get a fucking little cloth and put the ball, and then get the
stuff
ramrod.
it down. Yep.
Old
Wow.
style. That ain't happening.
So I
Wow.
got a question for you, Anthony. Just out of curiosity, I asked this behind before we started. Did you share out the stream, by the way?
Yeah,
Sweet.
telling people.
I mean, the more the merrier, right? I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, I shared it. I shared it through Facebook for a lot of people that I'm friends with. You should have seen it.
It's gonna. I feel like it's gonna pick up more after the fact. You know what I mean? Right now, it's like we're just
Yeah.
that shit too. So
I think we should at least agree or disagree on how often we provide the podcast of it going.
you want to do this now? You want to do this right now? Right now? It's when you pick this up.
We're why? I mean, everyone's watching. Why not?
This guy up here though. Look at this guy. Him.
And this guy right here.
Yeah.
Pointing the
Wherever
wrong
you
way.
go, in this way, that way. There you go.
That guy right there.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. You finally got it.
Up there. All right. So I don't know
Yeah.
what the plan is. You know what I mean?
I mean, y'all know, you already know what I said. I mean, every 2 weeks sounds pretty good. You know, it'll
But he
give.
doesn't have the time because he rides his motorcycle every week. He needs time. Ain't that right, Xavier?
No, I
I feel
work.
like funny Professor X. And every time I see the X, it's like, what the fuck? What is this? Twitter? The fuck?
I am
It
Twitter.
reminds me of X-Men.
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 You need to shave your head and start doing that weird shit. Just sit in the fucking chair and just like stare.
No, man, because I've shaved my head before. You know, I have shaved my head before, but I ain't doing that again.
Oh, you're on your cholo stages, huh?
I was in my solo stage.
Oh, damn. You had that Charlie
I'm
Brown shirt,
good.
huh? Where's the Charlie Brown shirt? Why you got all? Why you all muscled up like you're fucking that one dude, Randy Savage? Cup of coffee in the big time.
Dude, for a minute he looked like a midget. That's what I was trying to
He
say.
did. He still
He
does.
was all like this and stuff, and like it just
Cup of
it
coffee.
looks small.
No,
Don't lie.
no, but
How many of you
no,
can you fit in one
yeah,
car?
my Charlie Brown, bro. I have it put up.
His American Me. You ever seen American Me? Well, you're Mexican, right? Or no, I'm sorry, Dave. You're straight up native and white. See, me and
No.
him, being this guy, we're native and Mexican.
I if you saw half my family, you see there's Mexican as well.
So you're
Dude,
Mexican.
slightly, I guess. It's
You gotta
very
watch
rare.
movies. If you're Mexican, even a little Mexican, the two movies that every Mexican gotta watch is American Me and Blood and Blood Out. If you want to get deeper with all the other Chicano culture ones, you can do La Familia. You can do.
I can't say, no, hold on. Let me take that back. I can't say I'm Mexican. I just say I'm related to
Fucking
my
lie
mom's
then.
sister.
You lie by
Hmm.
marriage.
No. Let me
Yeah.
explain. Let me explain it. I'm trying to break down my mom's fucking shit, right? My mom had her sisters and brothers, but she also had her half sisters and brothers, and her brothers and
Gender doesn't
sisters
count.
that were. Yeah. Okay. Then no.
See, okay, never mind.
Mhm.
Sorry. They speak that weird Spanish.
Yeah.
No. But I know the good words like mota, cerveza. I'm not working for pesos. I'm working for dineros. You see, I know, Paquito. I know enough to get myself around. I don't know, like,
You can order
fucking
burrito, but you can't go to Mexico though, huh? I'm not gonna
no.
lie, I'm kind of in the same boat too. You know what I mean? I gotta brush up on Spanish.
So let me ask you this: what happened between you and Richard Nixon?
I want to punch him upside the fucking head. That's what.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, is
Oh,
that
how
how you
Damn.
feel about
you hear
ex-vice
about
president?
And that's what makes me be suspicious of your activities off the show because who the hell told you about Richard Nixon?
You did
When?
when I was still at fucking the same company.
It's your devil shit. You're probably fucking doing that Ouija board shit and you say, what's going on with Richard Nixon? That's how you found out.
He's doing it specifically with Richard Nixon.
Specifically, that stupid bastard.
I'm not gonna say who it is, but
Say
I
it.
know
You know, all right? I know that you know.
Richard
No one else
Nixon loves.
Yeah. Fuck that guy though. He can eat an old dick. Fuck that guy.
What happened?
He's being a fucking little hoe, that's why. Oh, he gets here, he doesn't do nothing. And he's like, I don't do nothing while your punk ass sits on the chair though. Motherfucker want to be like, oh, go over there. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not a dog. Don't talk to me like that. You tell me, hey, go over there. Can you go over there for me? Don't fucking wave at me. That was the last straw. I was like, hell no. This fucking guy. Motherfucker don't want to find things because he's being a little bitch. I was like, all right, then, whatever. Stupid hoe.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for bringing up the anger in my life. I have. Yeah, thanks a lot.
It's fun. It's fun. It's a good laughing experience for me. It's a good ventilation for you. You know, it works two ways. X is over here. He's laughing.
I'm getting a kick out of it.
Good times, huh?
Oh, good times, yeah. No.
Yeah.
What?
So have you guys heard of the stories? Recently there was a video of this dude that works in a factory where they turn garbage and grind it up finely and feed it to the pigs. Farming pigs that are being farmed out to feed to us, like sirloin chops, all that shit. Have you heard about that shit?
No.
And mainly this plastics. That's the worst thing about it. It's like people don't think it's such a big deal because they say like pigs they eat slop. Back in the fucking old times, like back in the Western days, all your trash you give that shit to the pigs. Give it the slop. All that rotten shit they eat it, whatever. Which is a lot of people don't like eating pork. Because they say you are what you eat. Motherfuckers eat trash, literally. You know what I mean? But nowadays, like they take cardboard, plastic, like all it's anything besides glass, they put into grind it up into feed and feed it to the pigs. And because of the chemicals in the plastic, is the reason why we're getting a lot of different types of diseases, especially cancer.
Mm.
And the dude he got fired for that shit too because he's showing the process of it because they're like fucking truckloads of trash they're bringing and they're grinding it up and feeding giving to the farmers to feed to the pigs.
Where was he doing this though?
I don't know, somewhere down south because you know how they're down south they have all the fucking pig farmers down there, chicken and
Right.
pigs and all that cattle.
Yeah, you have your different ranchers, like your livestock and all that. Yeah, I got you. I'm wow.
You're supposed to be typing away while I'm talking over here.
No, I'm like trying to figure it out, man. It's like, where the fuck would they even do that? Because I don't know if Texas does that. I really don't know. And I don't. Louisiana is like a bunch of bayou. You're always around rivers and shit.
Well, Xavier,
Oh.
what is your next topic over here?
Yeah.
Well, my next topic, I wanted to talk about the Appalachian Trail and how there was a bunch of cases where people would go missing, but there was one famous one with some lady named Geraldina, I think, a 66-year-old woman. She back in 2013, she went on the Appalachian Trail, and the Appalachian Trail is basically a 2,200 mile uh like trail, basically. A lot of people use it
4 miles.
because
Get your facts correct.
yeah, but now from what I was hearing,
Yeah,
it was like a 66-year-old lady, and she ended up losing herself on the trail. But while she knew she was lost, so she took out her journal and would write down like messages, saying that if anybody ever finds my body, they call my husband and my daughter, and to let them know like, where I died and just basically going into detail about all that stuff. Well, 2 years later, they ended up finding her body. She ended up dying from dehydration and she starved to death as well. But it took them 2 years to find her. And I don't I don't really know why it makes it a lot more special with her, knowing there's a lot more other cases that they don't really talk about. But I know a lot of theories are saying like people say there's Bigfoot there, that a lot of paranormal activity shit goes down. Maybe she was murdered or something like that. I don't know. There's a lot of theories on that case and on the trail. You know, I mean, how would y'all how would y'all feel about that? Being lost on a trail. It's like fucking thousands of miles long. Like, what would you do in that situation,
I knew I
Anthony?
was 100% lost and I was in the middle of fucking nowhere. I'd be a. This is the one and few times you'll hear me say this. I'd, I'd be a heaven.
Hmm. Yeah, no, I can see that. What about Anthony? What about you?
Hold on. Let me just say this. Those who actually go out to go any hiking, herpetology, whatever it may be, you know what is around you when you go out, right? Like you know what is edible, what's not edible. You know where fresh water is. You know where streams may have more bacteria than uh, somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's like you gotta know general, like basic knowledge if you're going
correct.
out into the wilderness. Gotcha. I mean, I know some things. I mean, I'm not really out in nature a lot, so I never really looked into it. But now that you say that, and the fact that I do want to make trips later on in life, I probably do need to look into that.
You're fucking right, young brother. That's what you have to have a back. That's some fucking
Yeah,
matches, a Zippo, some fucking fire starting shit, some light, some fucking
Jack
battery.
Link.
You gotta have some shit. That's why I say I would never go into a fucking wilderness without a rifle. Never.
yeah,
I know I
You
might something.
might,
I'd put a 22 in my backpack with a box of
you might,
fucking.
yeah. I'm just saying. Let's just say you honestly get stranded. You might have to kill
right.
a rabbit, but
But I
let's
always
just say
have
this:
guns. I always have
you
guns,
can't
so
you
I
can't
wouldn't be too
survive.
worried. I would not be too worried about my safety. I would just be worried about how much water and food I have, how far am I away from where I'm at, and how lost am I? Am I
Yeah,
so lost to where I don't know where fucking north is? Am I so lost to where I know it's gonna take me longer than I need to fucking get to a road to get home? Like those are the things I would think about at first. Like if it's too far away to where I don't know where I'm at, I'm gonna have to figure out which way is north, how long it's gonna take me to get somewhere, and if not, my chances are maybe I should pace myself and see what the deal is. Get some food going if I don't have no food. It'll be really a strategic type of deal. I'll tell you right now, if it fucking comes down to it, I'd probably start a big ass fire somewhere with trying not to start a forest fire, which I probably fucking would. But I'd try to show motherfuckers I'm here. But who knows?
yeah. Gonna have to start sending them smoke signals and shit.
Mm-hmm. Like the olden days, huh? Little
Yeah,
blanket and a fire going and make some smoke signals.
exactly. No, I mean, while we're in that situation, yeah, I would try to fucking observe where the fuck I'm at. Like where the hell am I? Like, is there a river nearby? Because I heard you follow rivers, they lead to like certain areas that you'll actually recognize. Um, follow a river or something, and just try to make sure I do have enough supplies like food and water. You know, but me personally, I don't really eat a lot, so it's more like I'm good. If it comes down to that, I know I'll be all right. But if I
This
have
is what
somebody with me,
I
that
I
is
feel
a whole
like
different story.
I feel like this has to happen right now, or here in the not right in this moment, but here soon. We get someone like Jace to drive in the middle of nowhere with us three blindfolded and drop us off and see if we can't find it back and record everything.
Mm.
I'm sorry, but we gotta trust a Hawaiian to take us in the middle of nowhere. I don't know, man. He might take us to a fucking island or something.
Might
We're gonna take us
When
to
him, people like,
yeah,
oh, see you later.
it'd be. I'm just
um,
saying it'd be a good video.
it would. It
Like,
would be, but
find your fucking way home. I can watch you guys do it while we drop you off. I'll be the third man. You guys be the two. I'll be the third man watching.
you can't because you'll be blindfolded on the way.
No, I'll be
Yeah,
driving with the motherfucker while you guys are blindfolded.
Well, then
it
that
dropped
would
you
make
off.
sense.
Yeah, I'll be
You
blowing
know
like
what?
green dust in your face and like throwing you out, throwing fucking spraying water on you, just make it seem like you went through a fucking river or something.
So I got a question for both of you. How do you feel about when I'm not saying the show's over yet, but I'm just saying when we do the next episode, do you think about bringing on a guest? Do you want to just do it us three?
I want to bring my
I'm
cousin.
like,
I want to bring my cousin on because he's a native, and he knows a lot. He's lived here his whole life in Reno, so he has a lot of good paranormal stories and shit like that. I want to bring him next time. Maybe next week if we see what's gonna happen. He's a big basher. We call him Toker. I don't know if he want anyone else if he wants us to talk about his real name, but that's what every time he's like, "What's up, Toker?" He's a big basher. He's like almost like he's a big basher. And he
Okay.
laughs like a chipmunk. You probably like it too. I don't know about you, Xavier. You trying to have someone else on?
I was thinking about bringing Jace, man. Honestly, I
Perez?
think I've talked about it a few times.
Who though? Who out of the young people? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I like Jason.
Honestly,
I don't.
I'm just saying, and it's not. Once again, so I want to say a couple of things right here, and I want you guys to know this. We could bring on our friends, our family, people that we know, whatever. That's once again, there's nothing more true than somebody you know. But I have met and I have done this journey before. I have other YouTube channels that have like there's one in particular, and you go down right now. Those who are watching, I told them I would do this. There's actually a channel down in the description if you go down and check it. It's called My Animal House. If you go check him out, just know that guy started my whole journey way back in the day. It wasn't his co-host. I'm not gonna say his name, but anyway, check him out. And on top of that, like he taught me everything. So he has 40,000+ subscribers, which technically, if you look this up, according to YouTube, if you have over 30,000 subs, then you are technically a celebrity. So I mean, I have him waiting that wants that I know I could get to join. He's a cool guy. I am once again wearing the shirt. I don't know if anyone saw that. It's called My Animal House. Once again,
I don't know what you were just saying. You're introducing the guest you want to bring on. That was a long spiel for new guys.
well, I'm just saying, like I know people with a lot of subscriber counts. Like
Yeah, that's cool. We can get people like that if you want. If we can get other YouTubers on to try to get our subscribers up. You know what I mean? Some more prominent people to get us some viewers. I understand. That'd be great. Whatever you feel like, as long as they're not weirdos and they're good people, whatever.
especially My Animal House, good guy.
Are we gonna talk about fucking animals for like 2 hours though?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Dude, they're gonna bust your balls bad.
About animals?
My Animal House, yeah, he'll probably bust your balls bad.
About what though?
Anything and everything.
Great. Finally, someone will talk back and forth.
I'm just saying, like he's a good guy, but
he's not a good guy then.
He is. Totally is. You should check him out. Like I don't know how to say it. He just brings the spunk. You know what I'm saying? Like he's the if factor. He knows he knows not to, the second anyone gets quiet, he is immediately talking. Like no dead time. Like this is he's that good.
Right. I mean, how long has he been doing podcasts?
I want to say since 2017, 18, easy every day, every week. Well, every week now, but
so he's really experienced when it comes to podcasts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect anything else, something like that.
But yeah. Once again, I want David Perez on. I would honestly like a segment.
David Perez? Who's that?
What?
I know you're talking about David. Oh, okay, David.
Yeah. And then I would also like you guys might not like this, but once again, I would like Riri on the show one time.
Who?
Retard, JT.
Oh, really?
Sadly, yeah.
Whatever. He's good people. I don't know. You throw me off with this shit. You're all friendly with folks.
Who would you want?
Yeah. Me?
Whatever. No, Anthony.
Anthony, who would you want on you?
From like the old group of folks, like that's what you're talking about, like how you're saying like JT and David. For me, we should have Al on.
Who the fuck's Al?
Albert.
Oh.
Oh yeah. See, now. Oh, because it's a Mexican.
I didn't say. Well, that's you. That's not me. That's you.
You said it. Oh, brown people on here. Oh, yeah, never mind. David's brown.
Motherfucker, you're brown.
Not really. I'm like real light skinned.
Yeah, you kind of look yellow.
As can be. Olive complexion. Olive, okay, olive.
I wouldn't mind having Albert on. I wouldn't mind having Ruff on. I wouldn't even mind having Joe Nixon on.
If we can have those people on that, you know why I would say this. If you want to have those two people on, it should be a drinking episode. It should be a verbal abuse episode towards them.
I'm down.
Jesus.
We can have them both on and say, just, hey, how's it going? Sorry about your life. And I would gladly belittle their life stories in the meantime because I'm an asshole like that. Yes.
Get Ruff on here. Let's do it. I'm down. I'm down to destroy that motherfucker. Fuck yeah.
You know you have his number, huh? You do.
I don't.
Don't lie.
If I did, I'd call him faggot. It's just I don't work there anymore, so I can say this. He's a dick riding fucking grabbing motherfucker, just like Jordan. He's a faggot. I'm sorry, not against gays. My sister's a lesbian. She's totally dykish.
It's cool. It's all right with me. Yeah. So I'm not into that.
Cool, this guy, he's like the other one. He's gay. Gay as fuck. That's why there's a sexual harassment case. I ain't gonna say much more.
Oh, how you doing? I don't know what's going on over here. Yeah, that was it's all speculation.
Speculation.
Speculatory. Anyway,
What's up, X? Say something, man. Over there sitting like something's about to happen. What's up,
you had a sip of beer, you act like it's your first beer, and then you get all quiet over there.
No, I'm just like listening to everything, honestly.
Me and David had like 3-4 beers. At least David had like at least 3 tall boys. I had me at least 2 tall boys. Man, did you at least finish your first tall boy over there?
Yeah. I finished it like within
that's a 16
minutes we were recording.
Tall boy, that's a medium boy.
No. It was not a
tall. I don't drink a lot, man. I used to in Texas, but I
grab another, put your hat backwards, and let's go to town, Junior.
Yeah, go grab another beer. When you're done with that, then we're out of here, all right?
No, I'm good, man. I'm chilling.
He's not. You got the vape pen, don't you? You got the oil pen next to you, don't you?
No.
It's the paranoia sitting in. That's what it is.
Nah.
It's like people are.
And yes, that is someone behind you trying to break in the house.
You're funny. No, man. I mean, I'm down to have anybody on the podcast.
Like I like smoking, right?
Yeah, no, I would like to have like somebody on the podcast. You know, it doesn't matter who.
What about
at the end of the day?
You guys want Jace on here?
Oh,
what?
Jace.
I'm down.
I don't care. We have Jace. Jace is good folks. I like Jace.
What about Matthew?
I'm down.
Whatever. He's good folks too.
What? Wait, I got the okay. It's X's turn to come up with the next guest, and they have to sign up with StreamYard before we go live within a day.
I'd have to see if Jace would want to get on, man. Because I mean, the shit that he talks about, bro, is crazy.
Yeah, he was talking about munting and shit like that, and like I don't know, man. He needs to tone it down.
But
we can talk about fucking pineapples and shit like that. You know what I mean? But I don't know about no munting and all that weirdo shit.
Yeah. No, I'm down. I'm down, bro. I'm down to have Jace. I'll try to talk to him. I'll talk to him, and I'll see what he says. Honestly.
And then Anthony, it's your turn after him.
Why does Xavier get to go second?
Okay, you go second. Here, I'll make you feel better.
Hate in his eyes when I said that.
Look at that.
There you go. All right. In order, get that shit in order, okay? Down there, third man on the bunk, right? I don't care, whatever. I mean, I wanted to have my cousin. I was trying to tell him to come today and just say fuck it, he's gonna be here with me, but we'll see if he wants to come next week. He's a flaky bastard. Whoever wants to come in the time and fashion that we're gonna have, whatever. Don't matter to me.
So let me ask you a topic, and I want you guys to both, before I even say anything, I want to let you both explain the two topics and why. but you have to choose one. Okay, so don't mix up two groups, and I'm going to say two groups right now. Don't mix up your amphibians with your reptiles. Now, I want to hear from both of you, in your own opinion, if you could own a reptile or amphibian, what would it be and why?
Why did we turn into this type of podcast?
Yeah, damn it. I don't know, Anthony. What would you do?
Don't lie,
What
you're
would
a
you have?
reptile guy. Don't disrespect the culture.
I mean, I like reptiles. You know, I don't know about amphibians though, but reptiles, yeah, I'm into those.
Aren't fucking
I
turtles?
guess no, I'd have to go with a black mamba snake, bro. I've always liked them. I don't know why. It's just the way they look. You know, it's not what they could do to another person. It's more of like how they look. You know, because there's some that are like all black, and then there's some that are like different colors, different shades of black. But it's like I like them. I like. So I'd say a black mamba would be the one I'd have.
Or fucking, I would like a chameleon. Is chameleon, are
Mm.
they reptiles?
Reptile.
Yeah, I would like a chameleon, like a badass chameleon. I want to have like a chameleon tank and put like a little weed plant in there. And they just hang out in there.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool. I can see that.
This guy here now, this guy.
What would you like to have, David? I mean, I know you have a lot of snakes, but what kind of reptile or amphibian would you like to have?
One of everything. I like
Mm.
a white monocle. I would like in like inland taipan. I would like an Asian water monitor, like a Savannah monitor. I would like amphibians too. I'd like to have a giant salamander. I would like to have a pixie frog. I would like to have a. There's so many to choose from. Like, I don't have a zoo like you get that. No offense, don't take this the wrong way, but like you have Xavier, where you have
He looks over
everything.
at the zoo. He's like, "Yep."
I Yeah, no, I mean when he says that, I'm looking at a zoo right now. Yeah, just
You looked at him over there. Get over here.
no, because we got a bunch of snakes, fish, scorpion, and a couple lizards. Man, some dogs, you know.
Yes,
What happened
Jesus.
to dogs? Are dogs and like cats and like what happened to normal animals?
He does have dogs. There's dogs there,
I'm
and
like you,
Yeah.
Dave. You don't have dogs and animals and cats and shit like that. Birds. I would like a bird.
what kind of bird?
What kind of
I want
of
a
bird?
I want a white macaw with like the when they open their feathers inside they're kind of like purplish. I want one of those.
I
Mm.
I
want
want
a
a big bird
crow.
because they can talk shit too.
I want a crow.
A
A
crow?
crow? Hell
Oh,
yeah.
you want to talk about something crazy, right? Crows being a native, right? You ever heard about this about how birds bring you messages, especially
Only
crows?
owls. Only owls. And I can tell you mine.
Same thing too with that, right? Owls, but then crows. You ever heard that saying like you hear the crow crowing and you don't see it, that means something bad's gonna happen.
Mm.
No, and tell me if it's different for you. For me, my dad would tell me if I heard an owl during the day, someone I knew close by would die.
That is kind of true. It's for me in Navajo. It's if you see an owl in the day, that means someone close is gonna die.
I
Or
didn't know
see an
that.
owl
But then
wanted
they
to
say
see
too,
it.
like it's sometimes some people say if it looks at you. I've seen owls in the day, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, oh man, that means something bad's gonna happen, really bad. But then you see an owl in the nighttime, that just means something might happen bad. Like a little bit of everything. I know with the crows too.
Right.
But every time I see a crow, I say fuck them. Every time I see a crow and I hear him crowing, I have to find him and just fucking flip his ass off. Because for me, it's like fuck that crow. It's like he's laughing at my afflictions in life. Fuck that bastard.
Yeah.
The murderer crows. Why do they gotta call him a murderer crows?
I don't think I've ever. Mm, I don't think I've ever heard of anybody being attacked by a crow.
No, that's what they call them.
But yeah, when they're bunched together and there's a bunch of crows, it's called a murder.
But why though?
It,
Yeah. Ask whoever created the English language. That's how they classified it. A murder crow.
Yeah. A murder of crows.
Maybe
All right.
it has something to do with the way they hang around death or something.
I know growing up, my mom was always telling me when it comes to owls, if you ever see an owl, that means that means that there's a witch looking at you. There's like a witch trying to attack you. I don't know.
It was
So-
always, it was always the thing with night or day. If it was in the nighttime or the daytime you see an owl, it was a bad sign. But then too, like when I had my son, I seen a golden eagle grabbed a crow, and it was on the sidewalk, and it had the crow in it, the head of the crow in its claw. And we're driving. My wife was pregnant with my first son, and we're like, "What the fuck? Look at that shit!" And we stopped to look at it, and was looking at us like looking around like the crow does, or those fucking the eagles do. And I was looking at it, I was like, "What the fuck?" And I went to talk to my grandpa about it. He's like, "Oh, that means it's good things. That means your son's gonna be a strong boy." I'm like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah, that's what that means." I don't know the way he told me this and that, old natives ways. He told me when you see birds in certain times in your life, they bring you messages in life. It's like, you ever heard that thing too about like if you ever travel and you see a coyote cross the road and he looks at you, that means you got to stop and go back another way. Or if he keeps going,
What?
yeah, if he keeps going, he doesn't look at you, that means you can keep going the same way you're going, just to be careful. You ever heard about that shit?
No.
That's an old native thing too. I remember living out in Stead, like in the North Valleys, and driving home like in the snow. I remember one day I was driving, and in a big old field, I remember seeing that fucker way out, and that fool's coming, and I seen him like coming across the road, and I was like, wait, is he gonna look at me? He's gonna look at me, and I just seen him go across. I was like, damn, that means we gotta be careful out here. Something's gonna happen. And sure enough, like ahead there was an accident or something like that.
Oh shit. And I didn't know that. I mean, I've never seen a coyote.
are you serious?
Yeah, and that's how I lived in Texas. I mean, I always heard them, but I never seen one.
What the fuck, Anthony, dude? We have to do something over the summer where we could go camping, bro. 4th of July weekend, something. We have to do like a Saturday show or a Friday show, like where we are able to go out and like, if I'm right, 4th of July is on a Friday. I'll be working, so I can't. Oh, that's shitty.
I think, don't we get that day off though?
I don't. I'm starting at Panasonic. I work that day
Oh shit.
and that whole weekend until Sunday.
We'll figure it out. Honestly, I don't want to go out to somewhere like, especially Pyramid Lake on a holiday like 4th of July. There's gonna be too many people there. It's gonna be too much bad shit. I'd rather go on a different time.
Everybody's gonna be drinking and shit, partying.
I'd rather drink and party when I'm away from the regulars.
No, but I mean, once again, that's why I said summertime, like somewhere around there, like where you both have, let's just say this. I'm off Sundays, Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays. So Sunday probably sounds like the best day. If there's a way you guys could get that Monday off, or we do it that Sunday and you guys still have to go to work Monday, like we have to get some kind of arrangement, even if we have to do it like, I'm just saying, if you guys could do it, maybe get Tuesday, Wednesday off, maybe one of you guys calling sick, haha, and the other one has a vacation day. It works out. Like, I don't know. But
I don't know what this
eventually,
man. It is all speculation. I don't know what this man. He's talking about. He's talking crazy over here. I would never call in sick when I'm not sick. I don't know what this guy's talking about.
I did it all the time.
I don't know. I mean, I'm down to do it.
I was
but
sick of my job. That's what it was.
Sick of my job. You're fucking right. I was, huh? Well, anyways, yeah, we can figure something out. I don't know. We got to do something close by. I don't want to do no fucking Jonestown, whatever the fuck. What is that shit called? Belltown? What was that fucking thing you're talking about?
Oh, Belmont.
Oh,
Where? Oh,
yeah.
there you go. I was like, what the fuck? I don't know.
Look,
Wait,
okay, and
fuck-
don't go.
Do you
You
want to
gotta
go
go.
fucking the remains of a town and see fucking devil faces? Nah, I'm good, man. Nah.
Jesus Christ.
Is
Well,
it?
yeah,
Go-
when you said that, like you went in a town and it was devil faces, you mean like drawn everywhere, like sculpted or something?
Look at him. He knows. Look at him. He fucking loves that shit. He knows what he's talking about.
I do, dude. Like I'm like filling with negative right now, and I'm loving it.
Ooh.
But so like when so none of it, we took photos right throughout the whole thing. When we got them developed and we got them back, when we look at the photos, okay. In the meantime, when we took the photos, we didn't notice anything. But when we got the photos back and we start looking at detail, that's when you could see faces inside shadows, and it was like clear, almost clear as day. Like you could make it out, like, and it was fun. I enjoyed it. Like there's people stuck right now, like we were talking about earlier, and this thing called purgatory.
Where?
What do you mean where? Go back at about an hour, okay? What do you mean where? Like you said, lost souls that are trapped on Earth. Does that not mean fucking purgatory? You didn't choose heaven. You didn't choose hell. So where are you?
Purgatorio. Does that have the Italians say that shit too?
A little bit,
Right.
I guess.
Moving along.
I'm
Moving on. Anyways. Purgatory. I feel like a lot of that shit's bad, right? Yeah.
You basically you need to witness some shit.
Right.
It's Avery.
Yes.
You tell me. You're down with that? I'm not.
I'm
Okay,
down, bro. I'm down.
Okay,
Like,
let's just
I
say
gotta
this. Let's just
I
say
gotta
this.
think about
But
it.
you need to go to a casino before you go there.
Okay, what
I
about
gotta go to a casino before.
what about exploring your abandoned mine?
Yeah, I'm down for that too.
That's
Anything
in Belmont.
paranormal, I'm fucking down.
That's in Belmont. Let's go.
Okay. I'm down as long as there's no fucking hillbilly trying to chase me, you know?
You're gonna
Like
pass
some
by hillbilly
right
farm
shit.
before that.
Okay.
What's that movie where he's like squirrel for me?
Squeal,
Is that wrong?
squeal. My uncle used to say that shit. Squeal, my boy. Fucked up shit. God damn.
Yeah. Oh shit. No, I'm down, man. I'm down to go
Would you do
to
an
like
abandoned mine, Anthony?
What?
Would you do an abandoned mine?
Would I join a band of yours?
Would you be willing to go to an abandoned mine?
Oh, I thought you said, "Would you join a band of mine?" Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, can you play drums, bro? I was just curious. Do you play bass? Can you do vocals, bro?
Join a band of mine. All right, what the fuck we gonna call this? Huh?
oh shit.
Anthony's experience.
It depends. I'll tell you right now, abandoned mines in Nevada is a big fucking thing. There's a lot of people that get killed and they fall down old abandoned mines that no one knows about. That's why hiking in rural parts of Nevada, like up mountains and places like that, motherfuckers go missing because they go hike by themselves and fall down fucking old mine shafts and they fucking die because no one knows what they're at. You know, like I don't know, man. Mines.
There's a lot out in Uriton.
You just want to go all over the state, huh?
Oh yeah.
Might as well go to Mexico.
What kind of mines are they? Are they like silver mines, copper mines, gold mines, coal mines?
Death mines.
Oh, that's not a fucking mine.
There's and you could look this up. There's it's called Cherry Creek, Nevada, and I want to say maybe 58 people live there, and right to the side of it is a fort, and it has an underground mine. But you need a scuba tank because it's flooded. But you can probably find some gold in there. There's also a spot, if you want to look this up, called Mountain USA, Nevada. Okay, Mountain Line USA, Nevada is close to Wendover. I want to say maybe 40 miles out.
Right.
But there's a lot of shit there too. Cherry Creek, Nevada. Nevada, not Nevada.
Nevada, my fault. Nevada. God damn it.
This is not Texas, Xavier.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
He's like Cherry Creek, Texas.
Yeah.
Nevada, not Nevada.
Yeah, Nevada. My fault.
Okay, it's Nevada.
It's a habit. It's a habit. I'm sorry.
Veteran stab you in the stomach and say, it's Nevada, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Cherry Creek, Nevada has nothing but one bar with a shit ass gas station that has no gas, just service.
So what the fuck is the pump there for then?
Yeah.
There's no pump. There is no pump.
So
It's
is there
just-
gas
There,
station?
okay, let me just say this: it's a small little rinky-dink shack that serves maybe 4 bags of chips and half-ass sandwich with bologna and bread only. And you're better
Did you
off
go
going
there
out
for
to the cafe that's like 20 miles away.
But did you go there for a sandwich at one point?
Yeah, did
No,
you?
I wear cut wood.
Oh, okay, well I say then I hope you didn't eat that sandwich. That's probably why I got all that hatred in me.
It might be
Yeah, bad.
going through there. I just saw hillbillies and I hated it.
You
Look it
probably
up. Cherry
fucking
Creek,
said
Nevada. It's
Probably from that fucking
dude.
fucking sandwich that's been there for 5 years.
Yeah. Same with like the Slim Jims with the cheese inside, dude. I love that. They're like 25 cents at 7-Eleven. I'm like, you stole?
Hell no.
Hell yeah. They're all
Never had
25
that.
cents about to expire within 24 hours. I'm like, I'll buy it.
One thing I like that don't expire that goes in the can. Spam.
Ugh.
Damn.
Spam. That's what you gotta get Jason here. He be all about the spam. Spam and pineapple and Reese's.
That's
Not
gross.
separately. Don't be a sick bastard, okay? Spam. You don't like
Nah.
spam? You guys are native. You guys don't like spam?
Nope.
I don't
You guys
like
never had
spam.
spam like with bread.
No, I've
So
had
you
used to
spam
like
with
from
bread.
bread.
No. I used to like
You
spam
know,
as a kid.
Yeah, exactly. You know, like when your grandma's house, my grandma used to cook, like the way she would cook for us was she would cut up thick slices of potato and then sideways cuts of potato, and then she'd cut, thick cuts of fucking spam. And then she'd make bread. And she'd make bread like native bread, like kind of like tortillas are, but
Flat
more-
bread.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fried bread, yeah.
No, fried bread is fried. Imagine fried bread without the fried part.
Nah, see, my dad always fried it in oil.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. My grandma would do both. That was just the morning thing. Like in the morning, you just get some tortillas, and then in the end of the night, we have our fried bread. That just
Nah, see, I had fried bread all day.
yeah, that's just my Navajo ways in me. But see, like that's my Spaniard in me. I get too fucking built up with like fucking that fucked up fucking. I don't want to say what type of people him and that shit, but it's bubbling. It's bubbling. It's like acid.
Oh shit.
Jesus, no good.
No. I think my mom would make some soup like that where she would cut potatoes and she'd cut some spam, but then she'd also put like some pasta in it.
yeah.
I forgot what kind of
No, fool. I'm talking about fried. Everything fried. Fried potatoes, fried spam, fucking regular. Like, damn. What do you mean? You ate a stew with spam in it?
yeah.
The
Yeah, see, no, I had spam on the side. Yeah, that's
Yeah, you never put spam in a fucking pot and boil that shit.
I mean, he cooked it and then sliced it up and then put it in there. I mean, it was good.
I mean, you can cook a turd.
Wow,
though.
real
You
fucking
can cook
good.
a piece of shit. I'm not gonna say it's gonna taste good, but it's gonna cook though.
You're right. No, I mean, when the way she made it, it was fucking good. I don't know.
Damn, how did she? I'm no disrespect. Like, did she like slice it up in like the size of that and just threw them in there? Because that's like
No,
fucking super
no,
surfer
she
boats.
like it diced them up.
Surfer boats.
No, she would dice them
Cubed them.
up.
Cubed them. Oh, see that?
Yeah, she
Oh,
cubed
oh.
them.
Oh, that's
I'm
like
sorry,
going
but
that
you missed
way.
out. No, you missed out. You
Oh,
need to
you
go
don't
to the
want to go
store
that
right
way.
now, buy some fucking spam, and eat that shit. Get the fucking yellow jelly all across that spam and eat that shit.
Slice it like a native. Stop eating it like a weird. Who the fuck? I bet you ate some casseroles with some spam in it too, huh?
No,
Casserole. It was like a
I
casserole.
lived in a Mexican household. I don't know. That's like white people shit right
Mexican
there.
casserole right
A
there. Huh?
spam casserole. Fuck no.
Damn. Ugh.
No, but
That's,
broccoli casserole is.
Oh yeah, you're white though. It's all right, Dave.
You don't like broccoli, bro?
Not in a fucking casserole.
I don't know, just Ritz crackers and cheese and broccoli. That
I
sounds
like broccoli straight up raw, not cooking no nothing, just with ranch.
no. Well,
I like
no,
that
I'd
too
rather,
because
I'd rather bake it
it helps
with
your
some
butt.
melted
It
cheese
helps your
on
mental
it,
health
with
goes
some
in your stomach.
crackers.
Whenever you have like a upset stomach, and you're like, oh, you know, like especially like you had a long weekend, you're drinking, and the next week you're like, oh man, I feel like I'm just unsettled in my stomach. Go get some broccoli. Just go get like a nice head of broccoli and a thing of ranch. Eat that shit up.
yeah.
It'll fill your stomach and it'll get all that shit out of your stomach. You know, you're gonna shit your brains out. You know, you're gonna have some fucking buckshots coming out your ass. You know what I mean? But it's gonna make you feel better after the fact. You ever have that shit happen? Yeah, you know, you just like, oh man, I gotta go, and it's like, boom, you know, like fucking hitting hard. You know what I mean?
Well,
Yeah, you know what I mean. But it's clearing all that shit out of you. You know, especially like right when
I,
you're
I,
sick. Yeah.
I have destroyed my toilet plenty of times.
Oh yeah, especially right after you're sick, right? And you drink like this. Is how I tell my wife, you know, I'm sick. I need some orange juice, but that orange juice makes you have fucking like it builds up this bomb coming at you. You know what I mean? It's like
So let me ask you. Okay, so we talk about this, right? And we're talking about blowing up the toilet. So let me ask you both this. Would you be both willing to down do the one chip challenge on the live stream?
fucking
no, I'm good. I already did it once. I'm fucking good.
When did you do it?
I did it when I was a senior in high school back in 2021.
You can still do it. Me and Dave are old folks now. You know, we're like in our 30s. You can do that shit. You can do it like that. You sweat bricks.
Well, I know I could do it. I know I could do it, but I just don't want to do it. You know, I just don't want to do it. Fuck that shit, man. It fucked me up for 3 days, man. For 3 days, it fucked me up.
3 days?
Yeah,
Hitting hot fire, huh?
Yeah.
Damn.
bro, that's the thing. I couldn't go. You know, it was like my
God.
insides were hurting, bro.
Man.
Like I honestly felt my intestines were like just like punched nonstop every day. You
It was like
know, for those
an
3 days.
erupting volcano that doesn't come at once. It's like fucking earthquakes in your stomach.
Yeah, bro, like it fucked me up, man. I was like, fuck this shit. I'm good. I mean, I'll let y'all do that, but I'm good, man.
Nah, I'm good. I'm sure Dave had another wonderful idea for us to do. What else?
Oh, every day, dude.
What other fucked up idea you got for us to do?
Really? They're all just fucked up, right?
It's all right though. I come from a fucked up type of family, so it's all right. They're good folks, but it's fucked up.
I mean, I'm just down, but when it comes to shit like that, I'm not down.
And
No, I'm
you ride
not fucking up my
take the
stomach.
risk of riding a motorcycle, but won't do that.
I don't. What are you talking about, man? I don't know who you got this information from,
Stop
but it
living
wasn't
the
me.
second life. Stop lying about your lifestyle of high speed motorcycle races at
Man,
midnight.
I
Lies.
don't do none of that. I don't do none of that.
You wear that red and black fucking suit like in Kill Bill.
Red and
They go
black.
like, yeah.
No, I mean I have red and black gloves, but no,
Well,
no.
another topic, I guess then, huh?
Yeah.
Do it. What's the next one? What's the next topic?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm I'm good. I'm waiting on y'all.
All right, let's
Anthony?
get into some paranormal things. Let's get into
All
some
right.
crazy, wild. You know what? Another thing I want to talk about. You ever heard of Rh negative blood and Rh positive blood?
Yes.
RH
You
negative
ever
and
heard of that?
RH positive? I haven't.
Yes.
What is that?
Look it up right
Okay.
now. Do Rh positive blood. Go
Have
ahead.
you
And
ever
I
heard
mean,
of Dream
do you
Dreamacom?
know what it is? So just save
Well,
me
the thing is,
time.
too, the reason why I know about this is because during the time my wife was pregnant, my Thea had this happen to her with one of her sons, one of my nephews. During the time she's Rh positive, my nephew is Rh negative. During whenever you have a mother that has a different blood type, like Rh positive, Rh negative, with the child, the body actually tries to attack the baby because it thinks it's an infection. So they have to save the baby and all that shit. So a lot of people think that as old school blood ties to like old you ever heard like bloodlines from prominent families like the Rockefeller and who else? The Rothschild and like old families, right? That they stay in
Right.
the world and shit like this. They say that the Rh positive is somehow connected to like weird bloodlines from like them from a long, long time ago, and that it's a lot of people speculation. You know what I mean? That there is ties to like weird, like they say alien because they don't know what it means. Some people say it's like fucking what is that shit called? Fucking reptilian people. Some people say it's alien. Some people just say it's its own entire like type of blood type on its own that it attacks other like the other types of blood type. But it's weird to think that there is a blood type in the world that people have to worry about the mother's um, body attacking the fetus because it has a different type of blood type. Are you looking that shit up, Xavier, over there?
No, I'm not.
The whole time, huh?
Well, I mean, you know so much about it. I figure
I
I
don't
just
know everything about it.
learn it from you.
Rh positive blood is a type of blood that contains a protein called the Rh factor. This protein is found on the surface of the red blood cell.
Hmm. That's gotta be
Some
like
people believe
how does that even feel for like for a
I
woman?
don't fucking know how it feels. It's a blood cell. It's fucking like micron small, like put on the top of your pinky type. Can't see. Put it on top of your ball hair, and
Right.
you don't even fucking see it. I don't know, Xavier. Why sky blue? I don't know.
I don't know either,
How
man.
does it feel? I feel like honestly, I feel I don't know about the blood cell, but I feel that it's weird, right? That there's things like that in the world that are like in medical like field that we don't understand like that type of shit. You know what I mean? Or you ever heard about people that have 6 fingers?
Yeah.
Yes. But so let me say this. Do you believe that we have existed to an advanced stage before when we got wiped out and we're restarting?
Some people believe that there's underground cities and shit that were people are finding old buildings that are like buried hundreds of feet down in the earth. Structures that are like modern like now, skyscrapers, buildings, homes, and they're saying that maybe there was a restart in the world. I don't believe that shit. But then they have this weird evidence of shit like that. You know what I mean?
So let me say this. What if there was a world that existed that we don't know of and we're not finding the inner need in our human spirit to find it, that we actually ignore it, and it's actually the war of magic.
You talking about Wakanda?
Wait, what?
That's what it sounds. You sound like you're talking about Wakanda right now.
What kind
Nah,
of
I'm
is,
talking
man?
about war of magic.
Or Atlantis. Hey, that type of shit's weird though. When it comes down to it. Some people say that the Atlantis, the city of Atlantis, the lost city of Atlantis, some people say it's underground. A lot of people say that it's in part of Africa. What about the Garden of Eden? A lot of people say that they can't figure out exact location of the Garden of Eden, and in the Bible it says that it was going to be lost forever in time because no one's gonna be able to find it. But they have a flaming sword that is guarding it forever. That if anyone finds it, you ever heard about that, Dave?
Yeah.
There's a lot of weird shit that they say that exists, and who knows where it's fucking at. You know what I mean? Who knows? I feel like there's a lot of unknowns.
But it's been discovered.
Has it been discovered really? Well, let's hear the story then, Dave.
I'm not gonna say that I know people that have discovered it,
I know
but
the
I will say that people have discovered it, but never looked at its entirety for the right reasons.
That's like some people saying too, like they don't
Just
know.
like they found the Noah's Ark,
Really?
right?
I don't know about
Look
that.
it up. Look it up. Look it up. They found Noah's Ark. If
There.
that's true, people have laid their eyes on the Garden of Eden, but have never sought to see it as God. They saw it, see it as their own behalf because people are so detached from that.
What about this? This is my perspective on it, right? What if there is a thing, right, that God gives you your own, like how you have your own perspective on things. Back in those times with Adam and Eve, it was a different thing to them. So to them, like he gave them the perspective to show them, like this is the Garden of Eden, the greatest thing there ever is. But to other people, because we're just our, what do you call it? Like I was telling you with kids, our what is that shit called? I just said our innocence is lost, so we have a different type of vision when we see that type of place. Like there's so many people that may have came across it, but because we don't have the pure of heart, like how back in when Adam and Eve were there, they saw it different until they sinned. Maybe that for me, maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Maybe that's the reason why.
So once again, X, please, Xavier, please ask questions. Please don't hesitate. Just say whatever you want to say. But I will say this is
Okay.
that in the book of in Abraham's book, I don't even think they give him a book. They give him Genesis, I believe, if not Exodus, one of the two. But they talk about Abraham, and Abraham goes down pretty bad, like good but bad route, right? And
All right.
um, it's hard to explain. It is such a touchy subject that X. Do you have any opinions on this?
On them finding Noah's Ark and all that?
On everything? Yes.
On everything. To be honest with you, man, not really. I mean, I honestly do not have an opinion for it because I'd rather just
But that wasn't Anthony's question. Sorry.
your Anthony's question.
Pretty much.
Anthony, what was your question?
Damn, you forgot that fast.
Yeah.
Oh man, this guy. I should just pretend like I forgot to.
I mean, that's fine too, you know.
No, I'm just honestly, I forgot what I asked you. I did. I'm drinking over here, so
Mm.
Dave looks disappointed. Don't be disappointed, Dave.
Just a little wee bit. Just a little wee bit.
No, but honestly, you should look into all that, right? Like I said, a lot of people, I feel like it's a perspective thing. Maybe back in Adam and Eve's time when they seen the Garden of Eden, it was because they seen it through their own pure eyes. But now a lot of people they don't have that type of sight, so I feel like they're not seeing it for what it is. They may have discovered it, but they don't understand the meaning of the place that they found. That's what I believe in.
Once again, that's a part of your heart and soul that you have not touched as a human being. I feel like most people they go to church every day, they praise the Lord and everything, and that's understandable. You do you. But at the end of the day, they lost a sight of God in the way. they won't be able to touch it because they believe, and no offense, and don't take this wrong, those who watch this, but they believe so much in their preacher and pastor, however you go, Catholic or Pentecostal or Christian or
You're
it,
believing in a man one day. That's what it comes.
right.
You're,
But if
you're
if
going to
you
praise
if you
God in a place where a man runs it. I don't believe that.
but
Like how Joe Osteen, all those people having fucking $5 million jets, and his punk ass is on like his new pastor thing.
all
They're cutting
if
their
you
hands, putting the blood in the drink. Get the fuck out of here.
if you believe in what you believe, take it to your heart. You don't have to go to church. Just know what's right, what's wrong. You know the difference between left and right. You know when to stop, when to quit. You take that path, you probably end up way better off than you are now. I'm just saying. That's just me. Not saying that's right. Not saying it's true. But if you give up everything you thought was right and rethink it, maybe you might see a different point of view. Because last time I checked, you don't need another man or woman's advice to believe in what you believe. Either you believe it or you don't. Either you read the word or you don't. Either you go to the casino and you gamble and sin, or you don't, because God's not at the casino. Let's just set that right. I'll leave it at that. I feel like I said too much.
He's trying to get you to the dark side, Xavier. But
Yeah.
anyways, next
Read
subject.
that.
No.
Next
Read
subject.
that.
Before you get more.
Read that.
I guess last subject of the night, then, huh?
Yeah. Let's do it. I'm down. Well, I guess to end things off, we could probably talk about. We could probably talk about movies. You know, like what do you think of the studios nowadays? Or do
Well,
you feel they feel like they use
The
too
what?
much, like the industries? You know,
The what?
like the movie industry.
Oh, okay. You said it like a native guy said. The moon. Like what?
Shut the fuck up. No, but no. Like, do you honestly feel like they do too much? They use too much CGI in a lot of movies, or they try to make things real, but they're fake as shit by like trying to put based on a true story, you know, but in reality shit like that never fucking happened. You know, when they get called out for it, they like big lawsuits happen. Like what do y'all think about all that?
and then you go first.
Damn it. I don't know. I think it's fucking stupid. I can't stand Marvel movies and all that bullshit. I'm not the type of person that people say, "Oh, you gotta go see these movies." Like, I honestly could not care less. Like, whenever movies come
Right.
that are like hyped up, I feel like the more hyped up it is, the less I care about it. I remember when everyone was all about the Beetlejuice 2 movie, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool. All right." I waited until that motherfucker was able to buy it home, and I said, I'll watch it at home if I get the chance." To me, movies don't seem as good as they could have been. Like, I feel like they're using the CGI and the specs they did in the early 2000s. Why the fuck does it look so shitty? All the money they spent and all the money they make, they can't fucking put more money into movies. I mean,
Yeah. Like they always try to cut corners some fucking how, or they spend way too fucking much money on making a film, you know, by using way too much fucking CGI. So then the actors and everything around them looks so fucking Play-Doh-y. It makes you feel like you're playing a game more than watching a movie, you know?
It's see, I don't watch very many movies, but I watched Venom 3 recently on February
Venom
20.
is dope. That's probably one of the last movies. That's probably one of the only ones that I say out of the comic shit. I like Venom. That shit was hilarious. It's
Mm.
pretty good.
Other than that, I mean, I don't watch
Oh,
very
you
many
like Venom,
movies.
right? Because all the like the subtle ties to devil worship, fucking demonic shit. I feel like that's kind of the way they're gonna try to make people seem like when they have a fake alien invasion one day, they're gonna be like, oh, it's just an alien that wants to inhabit your body to survive on Earth. No, it's a fucking demon that wants to survive in your body. That's my opinion on it.
Okay.
I think that's gonna
Let's see.
happen one day. Some
Yeah.
devil.
I don't, dude. I see us dying with war between each other. And I honestly don't see us dying between war between a nation, but because we all turn. Aha.
I think the last movie I've seen that I've actually liked was it would have to be Fury, honestly, with Shia LaBeouf and Michael Pena and Tom Hanks, I think.
That's the last movie you seen?
Yeah, that I like. That I like genuinely like.
You talking about
I mean, I like
general?
like just in general, honestly.
So you like Tom Hanks?
Well, in a movie. Huh?
You like Tom Hanks?
He's good. He's good actor.
Wow.
You know?
Wow.
What do you mean? Wow.
Boo. Boo.
Who is
What do you mean, boo?
You don't know?
Tom Hanks is a pedophile.
Damn, that is fucking wild.
And that's why he lives in what is it, in Greece? Because in
That's
Greece
why
they
you talk
can't.
like mountain has bear, bear has moon.
I can understand why Tom Hanks would be the one to like the children.
No, that is like fucking blew my mind. I didn't even fucking know that shit, man. What the fuck?
Dude, he moved to what? What is it? Greece?
Yeah, because they don't extradite people from Greece. Because there's other places like the Bahamas. I think it's the Bahamas. Certain places, certain countries, they don't extradite you. They said, "Fuck it, it's all good. You can stay here."
Mm.
Fucking losers.
I mean, I still like the movie. I don't give a fuck about what the actors did. I still like the movie.
This is what I say with everything. There are some piece of shit people, but they can be a great artist. It's like Bobby Brown was a good artist, but he's a piece of shit motherfucker. You know what I mean? There's some people, you know, like I'm gonna say right now, Biggie Smalls was a great artist, but he was a piece of shit. He was a fat piece of shit. A lot of people not gonna like it. Oh well, that's what it is. I'm not gonna say he didn't make good music, but
Get a bad batch of weed. I call it Bobby Brown.
Bobby Brown, baby. It's called the booth.
No, I didn't.
You know what boofing is?
I didn't know. Boofing? No.
You know boofing?
No.
You know what boofing is, right? It's when people take the drugs and they shove them up their poop hole. Boofing.
How would you know?
Because that's what dope is talking about when you selling the drugs. I'm gonna go down. I don't want to hear that shit. I'll go home and arrest me. I told you all the time, right? The shit, right? And she was all trying to like, I'm gonna go use the restroom because like I know you're gonna go, you know, fucking do. I was like, you don't be smoking my dope in my restroom. And she, oh, don't worry about it. And then my cousin. Whoa, hold on. What's up? What?
I got a question.
Yeah, keep going. Yeah, what?
Seriously, no bullshit. You smoke weed?
Oh no shit.
Well, I'm just saying. I gotta ask because I mean Xavier's down there says he claims he does every day, but every time I offer to smoke
he's
with
a
him,
he's a liar.
Yeah, never. I don't know if I could trust his word as much. I know I could trust yours because
you undercover.
Yeah,
those tattoos.
I could tell when he came back from lunch a few times. You're all high.
Yeah, I seen him. To lie. He's undercover. He's waiting for us to offer him weed, then he can arrest us.
I don't know where you're getting all that from.
He's really 50 years old. He's been a professional bike rider his whole life. He's gonna come on.
What did you say, David?
He said, I just said, Xavier, do you want to buy this joint? Because he said you were undercover.
He's gonna pull up a motorcycle to buy the joint from you.
Yeah, I'm none of that. I don't know where you get all this information.
No. Let me Anthony, hear me out. Hear me out. Xavier, tell me if I'm a liar. Were you over for last Thanksgiving?
What?
Did Xavier come over to my mom's house or apartment for last Thanksgiving?
Oh yeah, he did. Cutting his eyes over there. And shit.
Yeah, yeah. Did I offer to smoke with him? What did he say? No. Okay, no problem. Christmas comes around.
Then what happened? Then what happened? Then what happened?
I offered him to smoke. What happened, Xavier?
I said no.
See?
Oh,
Cop eyes. Look at the
See?
cop eyes. That's why they wear
Cop
open.
eyes.
See?
No. Okay, see, what y'all gotta understand is that what y'all gotta understand, and I'm gonna point that out, and I'm gonna make it
Stop
very
stalling.
clear,
Tell us the reason why.
is that when if I'm around my family, if I'm especially around my siblings, I don't do that. Whatever I do on my own time. You know, like if it's around my siblings or anybody that I really care about, I'm not gonna be doing that shit. All right, it's more of a respect thing, and it's more of like I know what you've gone through, so I'm just not gonna fucking do any of that shit around you. You know, so
Man,
I don't want, I don't, no, I don't want anybody
No,
to get the wrong
hold on.
idea.
You're Hulk right
But
now.
understand this. Please understand I was just busting your balls. I didn't mean anything
So-
by it.
You never tell anyone why I wasn't smoking around my family. Don't you ever say that.
No, but I just want to make it clear that that's, you know, I just want to make that very fucking clear.
Officer.
Joking or not, you know.
I'm sorry about that, officer.
Shit, hell
Yeah,
no.
for everyone.
Take a lesson from
No.
Officer Xavier. Don't ever smoke around your family or you're a loser.
Get out of here.
Smoke with my mom, my brothers, my sister.
You just got young
Hmm.
siblings. That's what it is.
No,
Yeah.
because Junior's dad is dating one of my older sisters. That's not it. See, that's where it's wrong. You think they're all younger than me, and when they're not.
That's wrong. Well, good for you, Xavier.
Hey,
Thanks for making us
Junior,
feel like shit about that one.
I'm not trying to make anybody feel anyway, but that's just how I feel, you know.
No respect at all, huh?
So what about when we all hang out? Like, are you gonna smoke with us, or are you gonna be? No, I'm good. I'm the cop
Like
here.
I said, if it's just me,
He's
I
like
do that shit on my own time.
L7. Me.
No, I mean if it's with friends and shit, I'm
What
down
about
with
this? What
whatever.
about this? I know a spot nearby that's near Carson that's inside of a rock formation where the rocks stay still. And of course, I wouldn't go in there if I didn't trust it, but I do. And there's been campfires there before. We could do it there. See?
You want to go
I'm
into
down.
a Carson City?
Yeah. I mean, there's a mountain line.
Oh, you're right.
you, you know, hopefully you two have the guns because I'm out there with just a flashlight. Like,
Well,
hey,
Xavier's got his water gun.
Yeah, and then I'll bring my Nerf gun when we're out there.
sweet laser tag.
Well, I'm guessing last topic for the night then.
Yeah, I mean I'm good. I'm gonna stop here.
I got one more. Unless
All
Anthony
right.
has one.
No, I'm good. Give me some. I'm gonna grab a beer. Hold on. But go ahead and
I'm
start. I
gonna
hear
wait.
you.
No, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait.
I hear you.
I know you hear me, but I will wait. The camera. There's a difference. Got four in here. Like, share, subscribe, all that fun shit. Yada yada yada. Xavier.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm chilling.
What is that? What are you drinking? Orange juice?
Fucking
Sunny
orange
D?
juice. Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus.
What? What's wrong with Sunny D?
Beer, Sunny D?
Why don't
Well,
you
I
drink a
don't
beer?
have.
Drink a beer
I
like a
mean,
real man.
I don't have any beer. I mean, I have four. I take that back. I have four more cans in the fridge. But that's for the weekend, man.
Come on, Xavier, just drink one last beer for us tonight. Down a beer, and then we're out of here.
One more. One more.
Oh, you
One
want me
more.
to down a beer?
Let's down a
I
beer
got
together.
you.
The last beer of the night. See, I gotta like fucking send him a ransom note for him to do it.
You gonna send me a Joe ransom note
Yeah, fucking pay by tomorrow or else.
and then draw a dinosaur on it?
Yeah, with fucking baby arms on it. License to carry
Oh,
small.
all right. God damn. Well, it's pretty good too. I mean, I like my Coors Banquets.
I got so mad because I went to the fucking Walmart with my brother this weekend, and he
Uh
had
huh.
he's like, let's get some beer, and I went and I saw the 18 packs of Coors Light and the 12 packs of Coors Light were the same price, were $13. I was like, what the fuck? Hell yeah! Usually the 18 packs were like 15, $16. It's like, hell yeah, I'm gonna give me another 6 beers for free. I went back today trying to give me that same 18 pack. They sold every fucking 18 pack in that motherfucker.
God damn. I think it's for the spring break, right?
That's probably why. Those spring baked bastards.
Yeah. Fucking all the college kids buying up all the beer and shit.
Next Sunday, 8 o'clock. Don't be late.
I mean, I'm what? No. I've been I was like an hour earlier or so.
So you're just hanging out here for an extra hour? No wonder why you get bored.
So, where's that beer? I don't see one.
Right here.
I don't see
That
that.
it's not open because you probably grabbed an empty
It
one.
looks like an
Hold
Arizona.
on, before you open it, show us that it's closed. There we go. All right, we gotta hear that.
Yeah, we
I don't
gotta
know
hear
if
it.
you
See, I'm full up in this baby. It's a full beer.
No, I didn't hear it. That looks fake
No.
as fuck, dude. That looks fake.
Yeah,
Fuck outta here.
Yeah, we could all do that with a fake can.
I got one too. Look. Oh, I spilled
Man,
the ball. Oh my god.
I don't know how the hell y'all didn't hear that. I had it like right next to my ear too.
It's because you had it so close.
All right,
Really? I figured that's how it would work.
No, honestly, it probably picks up slightly more back noise than it does actual voice. Like, so.
I don't know.
last topic. You guys ready? Have you Bigfoot stories?
Yeah. Okay.
So
I have not.
one of the things I've heard about a lot is that in Carson City, especially, there's a lot of sightings out there, and that some people say that they hide out in the mountains in there. And you know how there's a lot of wooded areas in the mountains near Carson City.
Yeah.
People believe,
I
yeah, that those motherfuckers live out there. Huh? That people go out there and they go hiking out way the fuck out there, and they find like teepees, like limbs of tree trunks come down to make like shelter and shit. I think it's believable. I'm not sure how you guys feel about it.
So, go ahead, X.
Oh, honestly, man, I feel like that shit is real because I mean, who the fuck is gonna spend? Who the fuck is gonna waste their time every single day, making makeup ass fucking photos and shit of this like tall ass creature,
Weirdos, people that ain't got nothing else better to do. They do that shit all the time.
Damn, bro, like your life's gotta be so fucking boring that you have time to do that.
Well, think about how many people have the time in their fucking life to complain about stupid shit every day.
Yeah, yeah.
Think about that. How many times you had to come to work and think about how many fucking complaints about dumb shit. It's like you
Okay.
waste time.
Well, I accept the fact that there's always gonna be something
Exact
everybody's gonna bitch
same thing
about.
applies in other areas in life. That's just how it is. There's motherfuckers.
Yeah,
It's like how many people that say that they claim that their house is haunted, bring someone to their house, right? And then they go. I seen this video with this lady's like, "There's demons in here." It's like, all right, turn off the lights, and we're gonna see if this fucker comes out. So they turn the lights off, and then see her in vision, and go like this and scratch her face, and then they turn the lights on. It's like, look, it scratched me, and the bitch is lying, saying that the demons told me to do it. Yeah, I think that lady's fucking lying.
demons told me.
Yeah, the demon. At first, she's like, "Oh, it scratched me. Oh, it scratched you. Oh no, I seen you scratch yourself. Oh no, the demons told me to do it."
I was gonna say paranormal, but how
They sit
he's
there on
doing
camera,
it.
do that shit to yourself, stupid bro. Stupid asshole. Yeah, that's what happens. See, that's why you can't just trust and believe what motherfuckers say it. There's people that'll do the most random shit. What does that do with the Bigfoot footage, right? The old school one, you know what I'm talking about, right? The shaking woman that's like, shh.
Like the
I
original
can't.
one, like the first one.
No,
California, you know
no,
what I'm talking about? The
no.
old school one, right? They say that was fake too. They do. There's a lot of fucking like controversy. A lot of people say like the people that were involved, that the Cowboys that said that went out there and they recorded it. They still to this day are saying, "Oh, I believe that. I believe that I seen it. It wasn't a hoax, this and that." But then there's another dude entirely saying that I had a suit. I went out there and I did it. I wanted to make people fucking believe that there was a Bigfoot. And he said it on his deathbed. But I don't know. Maybe he wanted fucking prominent when he was done. Maybe he was a nobody. He wanted someone to say, "Hey, I was the motherfucker that faked the fucking Bigfoot thing."
Right.
But then there's so many Bigfoot sightings in every other country too. There
Yeah.
is
Right. There's the
in
Bigfoot.
Russia, in fucking
There's
Asia, everywhere, Afghanistan, everywhere, California, and our states and shit. Fucking in Canada.
no. See, once again, I have to say no, man. I have to say no. The reason why, if you're gonna say that Bigfoot exists, the Yeti, whatever you want to call them, mermaids, dragons, like the list could go on for a minute.
Hey, you know what?
Right.
You want to keep going with the list, right? Dragons, I feel like they were a real thing though too, because they said birds that
Right, they don't fossil. No,
birds
no,
are
I
not
see what you're
fossilized in the
saying.
right way, like say
No,
like fish
they,
and
they can't
shit, right?
fossilize because their bones are
Yeah.
hollow in the
So
middle.
if they
So
find
if they would
something, they're gonna assume something else.
I still
I
can't
would
believe it.
assume that they would say it's something else. Who knows? You know what I mean? Maybe there was something that was kind of similar that was flying around. I don't know. Who fucking knows? But that's just time that's lost. You know what I mean? Because they even said horses were the sizes of small dogs back in a long time ago, like dinosaur times. So who knows? You know what I mean? They say, you know, that's why they say sharks have been around since the dinosaur times too. Who knows, man? That's what they said too about the pandas. I told you that last time, right? The pandas, they weren't discovered for a really long time because they couldn't find them in the bamboo forests. But they ended up finding their little fucking bastards. Yeah. Who knows, man? There could be the unknowns out there.
Well,
Yeah.
What about you, Zay? Would you believe in that type of shit?
I honestly do, man. I feel like there's a lot of shit out there in the world that we just don't know that fucking exists, you know? Because a lot of these fucking creatures or things or whatever, they're good at fucking hiding and shit. So I don't know. I do think they exist.
So let me ask you both one last question and one live stream or the podcast, whatever. Um, and I want to hear from both of you, and you both decide who goes first. But I want you to really think about this one. How do you think the world dies and why?
You said that last time.
No. Wait,
You did. You were drinking too much now,
am I?
huh?
I don't know, man.
You
I
said
mean, you did say something like that in the last
it was just a
episode.
different.
Okay, let me ask you another one. I'll ask you another
Okay.
one.
Next
Okay.
question.
Next question. Yeah, apparently I asked you that one. But next question.
Speculated that you asked me. Yeah. Okay.
Mr. Fucking, you hate George Nixon, but you're on here with me.
Exactly. Fucking next question.
I got X. You see that? That's finally we got. We got a little X laughing about down there. But okay. Let me ask you this. Here's actually a really topical question that's really fun to ask.
Better be a good one. You're taking a while there.
Okay, I thought about it. So if you could live in any time period, choose how you die and why.
So you have
That's
to
what
pick a time.
you
Pick a
still
time.
die, motherfucker. You still fucking die.
Okay. Okay. A certain time and period, but you have to die. X, you want to take the lead on this right here?
Yeah, honestly, I would choose the Viking era, and the way I would die is dying in battle.
Okay.
You know,
So keen on the Viking era. When exactly was the Viking era? Xavier?
fuck, long time ago is when the fucking Viking era was.
Is that when
The
dragons?
fuck?
I thought you would know these things, you know.
And- no, but yes, I'd have to go with the Viking era, man. I mean, the fact that they live
So
with the code.
we just discovered X is really white because he just shows Vikings. Anthony, on you.
The fuck?
What's wrong
I'm
with
just joking.
Vikings? I just like
It's of the things. No, yeah.
I just like Vikings, man. I don't know why. What about you? What about you, David?
You want me to choose?
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
next. He looks off like into his fantasies. far away.
Being hung. When?
But when though?
780.
What? The 180?
780.
780? Oh, you talking about biblical shit. I don't think they hung a lot of people back in those times either. I don't think so. That's a crazy time. That's a wild one. Honestly, for me, I would say probably early 1800s in the American plains, and I would want to die in battle.
You Hafner. I'm just saying that's one way.
Hugh Hefner.
What about you, Anthony?
No. Like I said, yeah, I would want to die in battle in the 1800s, early 1800s, in the American plains, being a Native American dying in battle. Before, before all bad things happen.
I think that'd be cool. I think that'd be a pretty good way to go out. Pretty honorable way to go out.
If you could change one, like, monument, something that a statue, something you would change in time, what would you change in time? Like, for me, right? Like, if I could somehow block out science.
Science?
Yeah, science.
I'm just saying randomly.
That's horrible. You saying science?
Yeah, why
Wait,
not?
you want to get rid of science?
If you could choose one thing that you could get rid
Okay.
of, what would it be?
Hmm. Damn. Well, that's
It'd be science. Let me
oh,
say this.
why
If you
science?
know that the dinosaurs died by a fucking meteor and you're stupid enough to know that the meteor will never, another one will ever hit, fuck it,
Right.
keep it.
I want to go first. I would want Columbus to never find America. I feel like it would have been interesting to see what um, other places would have found us or not found us. It would have been great to like have no one find American, soil. It would have just been great to just see like how America would have been established and grown just from Native Americans. That would be a great thing
Right.
to see.
Hmm. Do you
What
think
about
it's
you?
like honestly? I don't even know, man. Like that's like real fucking hard. Maybe change the maybe change the fact that if Hitler ever existed, maybe just like get rid of Hitler. See how that plays out.
That's generic.
So,
Yeah.
I
so
mean, it's not.
you're saying that
They're
World
like
War II never
to like
happened.
hope for like a cattle with never ending barbecue sauce.
You know
No, it's
what I
not.
want to say is if Anthony, tell me if you disagree. Okay, you're in my era. Um, if World War II never happens, and let's just say Hitler was never born, and time goes on. Remember back in the 80s, Anthony, when there was a fire drill and they would make you do under the table because I don't know if you remember that, but like,
In the
um,
80s, you think how fucking old do you think I am?
I'm just saying you're older up here with me. Anyway, so like,
I remember the 90s, yeah, we used to get under the fucking table. I remember there was still that thing where they was, it's a fire, get under the table. Why would I want to get under a wood fucking table? When there's
I agree, I get it, but
yeah, it was a
basically, but
strange.
like, if World War II never happened and Hitler never was born, I see us in a world that would probably be more decayed because we'd probably go to war at that time with Russia.
Mm,
Because
I mean,
the
Hopefully, we never
whole
had problems with
whole
Russia.
the, the whole thing was who could go to space first.
right.
Let me say this. Here's what makes Russia better than slightly smarter than America, I should say. Smarter.
This communist.
America spent a hundred million plus on how to develop a instrument that could write in space. What did Russians use?
The pencil?
A fucking pencil.
Yeah, but it was a fucking Russian pencil, Dave.
It doesn't matter
It didn't
where
work
that.
as an American pencil, especially as that fucking $10 fucking pen they made in space, though, right? How un
We
American?
were still dumber.
Damn, how un American of a day. No, it would be something. Honestly, I never got the whole thing about like people like saying like fuck the communists, the Koreans, and the Japanese and the Russians. Why the fuck did we always gonna fight? Why is Americans always gonna fight? I know we have some like political reasons on that. What if there? This was another thing. If you could go back and change, like in World War II, right, when the Germans came in and the Russians came in to save all the people, right? What if Americans and the Germans came in in some way they formed an allyship, like an understanding to be together, but it changed the way that Russians and Americans, did things together. What if it was the better of both countries that we came together and it changed the way America actually formed in the later decades? That would be a crazy thing to see.
I feel like population would
Huh?
die and everyone would turn fucking gay.
Probably, huh? Everyone's fucking drinking.
Everybody just fucking gay.
No, but what if it was the other way around? What if everyone was fat bastards and drank beer all day and were devil worshippers.
I don't see that happening. Honestly, I don't.
It
I
would
really don't see that
probably-
happening.
It'll be a little bit of both. Fucking weirdos, but on both ends,
A,
going in both countries. You know what I mean?
bu-
Like just the intersection of like back and forth.
a bunch of gays and a bunch of Satan worshippers.
Jesus.
Would I be king?
The hate is real with Dave. Dave's like, I'm gonna murder you in your sleep.
Ah,
He's like, why are you gonna say it?
I don't know what to say to that.
Oh, shit.
Anyways,
Anyways. Oh shit.
that beer up there, Xavier.
I'm good, man. I'm good.
You finished it?
No, don't waste it. Don't waste it. Don't be like that. Be a
No,
big
wait,
boy.
wait. What?
Where's your beer at?
Oh, I finished it.
You fucking lying, brother.
I swear, I finished it. You didn't see
Yo.
me drink it.
I don't believe him.
I'm not getting another beer for y'all. That's all I'm saying.
I believe him.
That's-
I don't believe him.
What do you mean?
Read that. I don't believe you.
I don't believe it. Yeah, but I guess this is where we end the episode, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll wrap up
Well,
segment. I feel like
all right. Well, I guess I'm guessing y'all want me to end it, huh?
Well, let Anthony say goodbye. I'll say goodbye, and you end it.
All right.
well, like I always say, the Peace Pipe Podcast. We come together, and no matter what our differences are or what brings us together in a good and positive way, we talk to each other in understanding, and we bring together an understanding that there will be no lies in the Peace Pipe Podcast.
All I have to say is that's a real motherfucker. This one will be a real motherfucker. On BPO. Got that shit. Xavier.
All right. Well, I do hope everybody enjoyed this episode. If there's any critique or if there's any comments I'd like to leave, then just put it down in the comment section. I hope everybody enjoyed this episode, and I hope everybody has a good night. All right.
Alrighty.